Collider Live on a Thursday, and no, you sons of bitches, this is not a stain on my shirt, it is the shadow from the microphone. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Collider Live. So very nice to have you with us today on this wonderful Thursday, and small but mighty show today, and I'm very excited because joining me once again, Mark Reilly. Hello, Mark Reilly. How are you, sir?
Well,
it's nice to see you.
It's so great to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Dorina. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Nice
I missed you guys.
I know, I missed you, too.
It's been a while.
I know, it's been about a week.
I've been wanting to, talk about how Rocky 5 is better than Bohemian Rhapsody, you know?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Couldn't wait to be here for that.
Son of a bitch.
That's a very
coming in hot.
true statement.
Coming in hot. But we're always joined, actually, by the wonderful, the charming Cody Hall. Hello, Cody.
Hi. Sorry, wasn't expecting you to talk to me. What the hell was that?
I think
He's like, you never introduced me.
I think I talk to you every day.
I had to turn down the music and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
But don't isn't it inaccurate to say that I don't talk to you every day?
I mean, some days.
Some days?
So you have a good, a 300 batting average of talking to me
fine.
on shows.
If it's about the bit. Otherwise, I know nothing about you.
Yeah.
That's
He's
not
having
true.
a baby.
I did know that.
Oh, by the way, we know the gender now.
And?
Totally forgot to tell you.
Pokemon?
I know this. I didn't want to say.
What is it?
It's a boy.
Mazel, mazel, mazel. You can take a bowl.
What is the name? What is the name?
Oh, you're not going to tell you the name?
We
Why
have a
not?
handful of
Yeah,
options.
that's bad luck.
Why?
You just don't do it.
Bad luck.
You don't do it. You don't do it.
You should name it Dorina.
The
That's a
boy?
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dorino.
Dory?
Dorino.
Yeah. Dorino.
All right.
Dorino.
Dorino. Hello, Dorino. That's your new name. Dorino.
Oh, boy.
It's better than Sunbeam.
Sunbeam? Oh, well, I don't know about that. And tomorrow, Cody, what's tomorrow?
I'm not going to play it.
That's right,
Into the
Cody.
rules, Kristian.
You waiting for the rules? See? No. See,
That
that's
was a
not
nice test.
It actually was a test, so he passed the test.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I still won because it wasn't played.
You'll be here tomorrow. Speaking of which, who will also be here tomorrow, comedian Steve Renazzisi from The League, played Kevin in The League, and I've been telling you guys I had my bet with him. I don't know if you were on the show last week when I told you about it. Yeah. So I had bet him and his cohort Brendan that, and we had a whole pool, and everybody put in $200. And I was like, okay, I won by the skin of my teeth. I won 5-4. So I listened to their show on the way in this morning, and Brendan's like, he was wrong. It's a tie. I'm like, bullshit. It wasn't a tie because these are the categories, and I'm going to talk to Steve about this tomorrow. The categories that I chose, that I won: Best Supporting Actress. I had Regina King. I had Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
I had Best Animated. I had Best Director, and I had Best Screenplay. That's 5, Riley.
That's fine.
That counts to 5.
It was my understanding there'd be no math.
There'd be no
here,
math, but that sounds like 5.
it sounds like 5.
So you won all the easy
Can you check
ones.
my work, Dorina?
I don't care if it was easy or
No.
not. But yeah. But I don't care if it was easy
If
or
you
not.
spelled my name wrong, I'll check your work.
I know.
there.
The fact is that I
Effed
won.
up.
I won, and I'm
How
not,
much did you win?
Well, apparently, if we go by their rules, I only won $100. But if we go by my rules, I won 4. So I got to figure out. tomorrow when we're gonna get to the bottom of this when Steve's on the show.
Yeah.
Because
This sounds perfect.
So you haven't been paid?
Perfect timing.
Well, not yet. They just talked about it yesterday. So he'll pay, but it's just a matter of.
Well, he has to bring the money tomorrow, shouldn't he?
Or don't let him in unless he brings cash.
That's what I'm thinking. And maybe
Yeah.
if it's raining, we can watch.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I mean,
outside.
Because I think he thinks he only owes
Because now it
$100.
rains in LA.
Yeah, I think he thinks he tied, so he doesn't think he owes anything. He thinks Brendan owes. So
Sounds like a
gotta figure
beef
this
that we
out.
could figure out.
we got to
tomorrow.
figure it out on the air. So we will be on the show tomorrow, and Steve will be joining us. Once again, we've been talking very heavily about this Facebook group. Man, it's been just
so awesome.
absolutely electric. Have you been keeping up with it?
Of course not.
Are you not a Facebook
No.
person? Why
I
not?
left Facebook like a year ago,
Oh,
like
you're
a
missing
normal
out.
human who wants a healthy life.
Oh well, you're missing out on this one though because
I'm
of
not
Facebook.
kidding you. I'm
Yeah.
with you on this Facebook
But
thing.
you
I
like
haven't
it?
really.
But
Oh,
you
the
did-
group.
And now the group is like, I'm like,
Damn
hey,
it.
there's
Is it
actually
fun?
something
The
to
group's
see.
fun.
Damn it.
The group's
Am
a
I
love.
going to have to...
You
how
might
how
have to
can
do,
I
you can
just...
do a fake account. Just do like
Okay.
you don't even have to
Can I do like a fake Christian account?
No, just do a Dorina account, but you don't have to like accept friends or anything. But
Okay.
you want to keep up with this group because it's
Okay.
great, and there's so much electric stuff that came out of it yesterday. And we're going to
Like
talk
what?
about that. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second because
I'm just gonna bring it up just to see.
13.
This is fun.
It was at or a little around 13,800 or 900 when we launched the rebrand of this thing. It was Schmoedown. We turned it into the Collider Live
Right.
official group. It is now 15 away from 15,000 within a couple
That's
like a
crazy.
day. So, yeah, I know, man. I know.
Such a good
I know.
soundbite.
So go over there, be that 15 to get us to 15,000 over on the.
Do it!
Yes, please. Thank you, Shia. A lot of celebrity guests here.
Just
tonight.
do it!
I agree. Go on over there and do it. But one of the things that we talked about yesterday, Roxy talked about it. She talked about her song. Because we have a song, Rose Pollo. We have we have
Many
the
good songs.
clickbait song.
Basically, we almost have a Collider Live soundtrack.
We do, and it's been this war of the fans, the very talented musical fans who have been coming out here and making these songs. And the breakout star of the songs has been Thrawn. Thrawn has been making all the songs. We talked yesterday about we don't know what happened to David B. And will there be any new people that arise? Well, there was someone new, brand new, that arose yesterday. And there's two versions. There's two. No, not the Pikachu.
Okay.
But so there's two songs. We're gonna play both songs for you. And this first
shit.
song, can you give me the kid's name? Is Jonah. Okay, so here this is the first song. This is the Can I Come song that Jonah did, and then I will play the second song right after this. But please listen to the musical stylings of Jonah as he sings the first Can I Come song.
I feel like I'm at the spa.
Can I come? This road trip sounds amazing. Head down to Arizona with my cougar market can. Can I come? I wanna see you fighting with my family.
Fighting with them.
Oh, that's great.
Come on, Christian, I know you can get me in. Maybe it's FOMO,
This guy's good.
fear of missing out. I just don't like riding solo. I'd rather hang out with the crowd. So next time someone's got a party, I'll be expecting my invite. Oh, but I know I'll still be asking, can I come the rest of my life?
All right, so that's the first song there by Jonah
good.
Tawera, Can I Come?
It's very melancholic.
Yeah, it is. And so that was the first song, and I heard that, and I said, well, that's good. Jonah got on it, and Jonah was taking the name of, he was going to be the artist who made the Can I Come song, and I was like, okay, because I have Thrawn today. Now, Thrawn has been out of control with these songs, the Arroz con Pollo songs. It's some of
And
the
he's
best.
so fast.
Yeah, and he's Chicken and Beer. I mean, he's done all these. He's got some hits. And yesterday we called out David B. We said to David B, we're like, where has David B been? Because he won the first battle. David B won the first battle, and he made the clickbait song that was the
Great
original
song.
lyrics. It was amazing. It was the one, and then he just disappeared off the map. David B answered. David B answered, and we have his response here. And this is the one, Reilly. I want you to. He actually put the lyrics up too.
Okay.
Everyone needs to look at the lyrics if you can from the back here too. Make this full screen, please. And here is David B's "Can I Come."
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
David B should write a Can I Come song.
He's been silent since Thrawn came out with one song. David B had the smash hit, but then Thrawn followed up with like 3 smash hits.
Yeah.
David B has been silent. We have not heard of David B since his initial hit. He was one-hit wonder, you think?
No, I don't think
There's
so.
too much talent there.
Yeah.
Too much talent.
It's too much pressure to put on a Can I Come song, because then right now I would have to sing some kind of rhythm, or I'm not feeling it.
Wow.
Word on the internet streets is that I'm a one-hit wonder. That I'm done? Nah, son. Just getting started. Roxy Stryer, this verse is for you. Fellas be trying to get you. Messing around, you be slaying. Always be dressing so pretty. Not for a man, I'm so pitted. Nope. Die in your head cause you like it. Girl, you hot fire, you can get it. Just make sure that you exit. There it is. Here comes the street. Damn, we missed it. So now we gotta ask.
Can I come?
Follow the arrows and follow the lights.
Wait, it's not even done yet. Wait.
Can I come?
Yeah, you can always come. Just make sure you follow that GPS.
Watch this. You're gonna love this story.
This next verse, though. It's for you, Harloff. Baroque, classic, romance, blues, jazz, metal, pop, punk, or rock. I could do it all when I got the spark, boy. It ain't just talk. What you need me to write? Cause I could do it all. I'm the whole fucking show. Give me a ticket to Schmoedown, you bitch. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I gotta take a moment. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
Once again, I need to reiterate. I'm really sorry. I was just kidding. I'll buy my ticket like everybody else.
Wow.
Can I come?
Wait.
Can I come?
The ending is so good.
Oh my god, I spent way too much time on this nonsense.
I mean, David B just became Eminem. And,
Yes.
I mean,
Crazy.
That's incredible.
it's like David B is Eminem, and right now Thrawn is Machine Gun Kelly. So we got to see how will Thrawn answer? Did Thrawn put up a song? I didn't even check Thrawn's channel. I don't know if he did, but Thrawn and because I like that their styles are different because David B.
Well, yeah, and you need different genres. You
I
can't
don't,
use
I
the
don't
same
want Thrawn
song.
to start coming out and start doing like lyrics and stuff too. That's not his thing. Well, he did a Fingy and the Bingy song. Now wait a minute here.
Fingy and the Bingy.
I have not heard of Fingy and the Bingy.
This is a Brett song.
I haven't heard this.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, we gotta get up this morning.
Some of those sparklers.
It's the salty water.
The Russians.
Nanobites in it.
It's got salt in it.
Speaking of which, I'm out of my aquafina.
Where this? Slatter. Where this? Slatter. Where this? Slatter. Where this? Slatter.
Fingy and the Bings.
Fingy and the Bingy.
Go Fingy and the Bingy.
What was that?
Fingy and the Bingy.
Oh, just a handy. That's gonna be me someday. We just lost 3 listeners. Where this? Slatter. Where this?
It's good.
Fingy and the Bings.
What was that?
Fingy and the Bingy.
Mac?
Go Fingy and the Bingy.
Holy shit. What was that?
Fingy and the Bingy.
I did cry a little bit because it was so beautiful.
I'll tell you. I just when I counted Thrawn out, he's got
I'm
another
so
hit on his
happy
hands.
there's a Flat Earth
This is
song.
incredible.
There's a Flat Earth Brett song.
My
That's
God.
amazing.
David B. And David B. and Thrawn should go on tour together. I mean, my God.
Yeah, they really should.
Well, first of all, if either one of them wants to come to the Schmoedown events, they're in. They don't worry about tickets.
So he made you
There
a
it
song and
is.
you're not going to give him a free ticket?
He just.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Am I talking to Roxy?
No, it's like, no, because so the last few times
Yeah.
Kristian was like, that's what I said. And I was like, oh, you did? I wasn't listening.
No, right. I see. So you're
So.
repeating it. But that was great. I mean, unbelievable. I look forward to their songs now.
Yeah, they're
their
so
songs
good.
just keep coming in, and I think I can't imagine what are the fans talking about it. Which Alex, are you paying attention? Or are you doing stupid things with Cody in the back?
Doing stupid things.
What are you doing?
We just moshed, and I'm just kind of recovering from that right now.
Oh, I bet they cut to the cam. And
No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That was a good song. That's my type of
the
music.
Fingy and the Bingy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fingy
Very
and the Bingy
good.
was good, but I mean, Can I Come and David B's Can I Come was really
I mean,
good.
the lyrics are pretty
lyrics
amazing.
are
The
really good.
Roxy directions are
It's
GPSing
amazing.
so good.
It's so good because I texted Roxy this morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning. She's like, "What's wrong?" I go, "You need to hear this song." But I said, "Don't listen to it until because she listens to the show on Thursdays and Fridays." So it's like I wanted her to hear it. It's so good. That could be her theme song. Like
Yeah,
if she
it's
ever
really
enters
good.
the Schmoedown, she could just come into that song.
Yeah,
so
this,
good.
Their
loving
song is straight fire.
Which
the
one?
gauntlet has been thrown down. I don't know which because I'm
neither
just
one.
looking at the
Neither one.
Yeah, Cody and Alex in the mosh pit.
Yeah,
there it is.
Fingy and the Bingy and Can
I'm
I Come?
crying. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Thrawn.
Oh yeah, they're so good.
This is great,
Yeah,
guys.
go and you should subscribe to both those guys' channels. I mean, you can go to the Facebook group, and yeah, if somebody in the Facebook group post the Fingy and the Bingy song because that was not in the Facebook group. That one we just found randomly just now. But post that in the Facebook group. The Facebook group right now, like I said, could be close. If not, it probably hit 15 already at this point.
Am I really going to have to join Facebook again?
Yeah, I think you should.
Crap.
It's really. I mean, just scan. Is that it? You're posting it. Thank you, Alex. Alex wanted to be the first one to do it, and Alex did it. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Alex. It's very nice of you. Alex, can you? I want to scan through some of this Facebook to show what's happening in the. Not Pikachu. Thank you so much. If you go down here, you're not looking, Dorina. You gotta look. This is what I'm trying to sell you the page. And
Sorry, did you say something?
we're gonna do this
Wait,
the
were
whole
you
show.
talking to me?
We're gonna do this the whole show. You think? And this John Rocha, by the way, I have video of John Rocha playing Perri in a game of horse for basketball.
Yeah.
It is something.
It is something.
and I'm gonna show everybody. We're
Yep.
gonna show the whole video. So you guys, I want you guys to take a prediction of who you think won. They played a game of horse. It was Rocha versus Perri. Who do you think won? Start betting now. Put it in there.
I
wanna
think
see
Perri won. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I want to see the chat room light up, Reilly. I want to see just type in Perri or Rocha and let's see what people are saying. Do you think Perri won or do you think Rocha won? It was a game of horse. What's going on? Is the group just frozen? It's frozen. Not a great internet connection today. What's that? Okay, good. We have questions that we're gonna do in a little bit. 42.
Yeah, I
questions
got two
already?
votes.
That's
So
great.
we have one questions, one
Great.
live chat.
All right, I love it.
So I'm
look,
going back and
Fingy
forth.
and the Bingy's already in there, so you go down there. This is all Pikachu stuff, but it's just stuff that all relates to everything. Look at that. See, we got the James Roday stuff from yesterday. We got there's just so much stuff in there that you can catch up if
I
you're a
guess
fan.
it's the one good thing about Facebook. You can't do that stuff on Twitter or Instagram.
Look, although they're voting on new sound bites. Fingy and the Bingy. Shut the fuck up, just a movie. Rocky working on his spoonsmanship. Okay, they're trying to find. I don't know what that means. And then see, people are already saying another hit from David B. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. All right, so what were we doing here? We're doing what are they saying right now?
I'm still waiting for them to catch up
Oh,
here.
they
I
catch
have
up.
one vote for Perri.
Oh, one. Okay, it'll start lighting up.
Yeah,
pretty
it'll start
soon.
lighting up.
Did you count mine?
You said Perri, right?
So we got two for Perri.
Two for Perri right now. So so the Facebook group is saying Perri as well. So this is a live chat right now, and they're in the Facebook group, and they're saying Perri.
Now, should I stay at the question post here or go to
Are
the
you
live
in
chat?
Facebook or are you in?
Yeah.
No, go to YouTube. I want to see what YouTube is like.
Oh, you want YouTube?
Oh, I want to see the YouTube light up.
YouTube's all Perri.
YouTube's all Perri.
Perri, yeah.
Okay. All right, interesting. All right, so so then I'll prep this then. Perri and Rocha for a little while ago played a game of horse, and Perri finally edited it, and she told me about it. And I said, hey, can I play the game? I think they play like 2 or 3 games. She has the full blog on her channel where you can see the full blog, but I just took the first game. So here is the game between Perri and Rocha. Lock in your votes now. Here we go.
I have a feeling that most of you out there have heard a little bit about, like, what are we calling it, the basketball battle? The Perri-Rocha basketball battle that is going to have to take place. So we're going to do a little primer vlog right now. We're not going to go super hard, but we are going to, get ourselves going, play a little horse,
Yeah.
maybe a little one-on-one at the end. So let's see what happens.
It's the ball to win it all is happening now. We're doing a warm-up video. I'm gonna see what she's got. She's gonna see what I got.
Ah, damn it! I told you.
I'm already tired. I'm so out of shape.
So it's like you start, and if you make the shot, I have to repeat your shot. If I miss it, I get a letter.
Right. All right.
I like knockout.
Oh!
Here, that's disgusting.
God damn it! Street rules. Oh, come on! Oh, no, that can't count. Woo! You win. Congratulations.
We're good? Okay, we're on. We're back on. Thank you. They're slamming on the door to let us know. Told me they're going to put the light on. They slam on the door and then they put the light on. Yeah, we're back on. Thank you, Cody. Cody, so you guys were playing sound bites throughout that too?
Yeah, every time he missed, I went to my Roca folder.
That would explain why it was going off like firecrackers. Because I'll tell you this, Roca stinks. Roca stinks.
Sad spoonsmanship.
Yeah,
Is that
like,
what it is?
and this isn't a me going like him going. Oh, why'd you get in the court? I stink too. I'd have no business playing basketball. But you know, when Roca fires up everything like he's the best in the world, it doesn't matter what it is. He's the best at it. And Perri, they both were not great. Perri's got way more form than Roca. Roca just looks like Fezzik in Princess Bride, like chasing after a squirrel with a nut or something. Like she was quick. She had the move. Her shot was off. You could tell she actually is pretty good. I go back on anything that I ever said. I think that if the Patriots, JTE and Sneider play Nost and Roca, the Patriots would whoop them bad. I think they destroy them.
I think
Nost, by the way, very good basketball player.
Yeah,
but you can't hold it all in your
It
own.
would just be amusing to watch all of them trying to play sports.
JT can play.
Well, okay, so one of them.
Yeah, Sneider is like 33, looks like he's 40, and he's got the wheezing and stuff too.
That's all he did at the Oscars party.
His wheezing.
Yeah.
Just when he was going to get himself Doritos, he would catch a breath. Yeah, that was it. So I think I put the Patriots as heavy odds. I still want to do that. I just want to all we got to do is get cameras. I guess ask Perri how she did it, and then just get the game. Yeah. We should just get those because that's a game. We could live stream that thing.
Jeez, I know we could.
I got to get those.
Would you just place it automatically on the Patriots because of everything you just said and saw? Okay.
I think Roca would probably be rebounding and stuff, and to be fair, he'd probably be bullying around Sneider and JTE, and he wouldn't be doing that to Perri, you know. But I think that Yeah, he doesn't have a good shot.
I still
It's an
think
ugly
Perri
shot.
could beat all of them, though.
I think Perri would have a better
and
shot.
she's
with,
the only one that doesn't talk mad shit.
Perry's competitive though. She can talk mad shit if you push her into it. She
Right.
just won't. She won't be the antagonist.
Right.
But if you put her in those against the Patriots,
Oh yeah.
that's a
Maybe
better. it's a better match.
Rocha coaches.
He would be offended.
He would be.
He'd be offended because I mean Rocha's shot was ugly.
Yeah.
It was an ugly shot. I mean that thing. It was like bong.
Rocha's in London right now. He just went. There's trouble.
Yeah, right. He knows
What's going on?
Yeah, and we'll talk.
To
about
He
Twitter.
went to a game. I'm so jealous.
I
What did he
know,
go
I
to?
saw
Went to
that.
a football game?
Soccer game.
Yeah, soccer. It's football. Football.
Football.
Good
Hey,
job.
nicely done.
Look at you. Knowing
You should
stuff.
go get a flat and use the bidet.
Thank you, Rod. Tell you, drink your coffee. Will you?
There it is.
Oh,
I was waiting for it.
I heard you play that. What was that?
Yeah,
one of
was
his,
that-
was that one of his
that
many
was
misses?
a terrible brick on.
It's like Cody, you watched that game. Is that just like? Was that the first time you saw it?
In full, yeah.
In full, it's brutal, right?
It made me feel so much better about how bad I am at basketball.
Right.
Not as bad as Rocha.
Rocha's bad. Rocha talks like he's like Scottie Pippen. You know,
Of course he does.
Yeah, it's and
Damn it, shut the fuck
I'm
up.
sorry,
That's
Rocha. I
offensive
just
to
gotta tell
Scottie
you.
Pippen.
Yeah, someone said that. Someone just said
No,
that.
I'm
You
saying
saying
that.
Man, I wish Rocha could call in right now from good old the UK. They're
It's
having a
weird.
good
We
time
have him
over
on the
there.
line right now.
Yeah, right.
That's what he was doing. He's like, I'm calling in.
He can feel it. Yeah, he's but I don't know. I would real love to get that match on the book somehow. It's just
See
a
what we
matter
can
of
do.
organizing it.
I'll see what I can do.
See what we can do. Yeah, come on, produce. Let's get that thing going.
Every time I brought it up with those guys, it's like, yeah, let's totally do it. It's like, when do you guys want to do? Oh, well, I'm busy. I got this thing.
No, they've to be fair, they've wanted to do it.
Yeah.
They don't know it's and because I tried to get it done and it's just we'd have to if you want to make it like a real big elaborate shoot, then you got to talk
then
to
it's-
Fernandez.
yeah,
Fernandez,
right.
because then you got to say, okay, which camera crew are we losing for the day? You know, what are we going to do? Where are we going to set it up? Are we going to rent the gym? Or what are we going to do? Like we got to do something big, or you can just find the court. Just
And it's
talk
too
to
much
Perri.
to do it before a Schmoedown, right?
Yeah.
I mean, where?
Like a live one, I mean. That'd be too much crap
Well, yeah,
to
because
deal with.
if you'd have to do it from the, you'd have to move the whole camera crew from going from a
Or you could
court
do it on
over here.
stage as a pre-show.
I know, and set up a hoop.
That'd be
in the-
hilarious.
And then somebody falls off the stage.
Yeah,
That was
and
just,
then-
just
That's how you get
Trouble.
viewership.
Right. Yeah, RB3 would crack up. That's true. Yeah. All right. Oh, I got to tell you, I was a little bummed yesterday.
What happened?
I was bummed. I saw all these reports come out. All these reports talking about what's Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars,
Right.
the Star Wars thing.
Oh yeah,
and-
you guys were whining about it.
Yeah,
this
we were
morning.
definitely whining about it. I don't understand. I don't know what happened. Like there was reports of people that I've done many things with, Jermaine and Dan from Nerdist, and they had the special
Amy
thing.
Radcliffe was it? Yeah.
And they're like, oh,
Jen.
we have this special thing that we're going to talk about soon. And they went and they were able to go check out Galaxy's Edge. It's not finished yet, but they went. I'm like, what? Where the fuck were we? There's nobody.
You were here.
None of us. Like, I mean, it wasn't Frosty. Nobody. And I was like, what happened? I don't even know what happened. I was like, where? That one, Jedi. The amount of time we've put into Star Wars with Jedi Council. Let us go.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I was just gonna. We're all doing the
shit that
same
we
on
got
Slack.
this morning. I'm
We
like-
got that link. And we're like,
Yeah.
what the? It's like all of us here on Slack. We're like, wait,
Were there a
where's
bunch
the
of
invite?
I know,
Were there a
like-
bunch of outlets?
Yes.
Really?
Tons
Not
of
just.
them.
I just thought it was like a couple because my friends were
No.
there.
I have no idea what happened.
Because they didn't even let them take photos or anything.
But they wrote about it.
Yeah. But they just
Yeah.
they gave them a tour, but they weren't actually. All the photos that were posted were Disney photos.
Yeah.
Right. They gave the stock footage.
But there's
Yeah.
been a lot of rundowns on like what
Yeah.
was there, Easter
Yeah.
eggs that you're going to see in the
know.
like in the game or
I can't
in
believe
the
it.
ride.
They're gonna
Can't
have
believe
blue
it.
milk. I'm
Maybe.
excited about
Probably.
that.
I
No,
was-
they
oh,
are.
they are definitely?
Yeah, there's photos of blue and green milk.
Makes sense. I mean, if you do the Harry Potter land, they do the butterbeer.
Probably
why
tastes
wouldn't
like crap, but I'm gonna have it.
it? Maybe not.
Butterbeer is too sweet. I don't like it.
It's like cream soda.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. Do you?
Because remember,
You don't think it's cream soda? I think it's cream soda too. I'm glad we're on the same. All right. Thank you. Boo boo. Yeah, that is boo boo. It's not. Yeah, it's boo boo. It's not Mike. All right. Mike's in. If you can't, Cody, see, you use those guys so much. I want you to play me a clip from Boo Boo. Okay. Now play me a clip from Mike.
You garbage? You want to call garbage, boy?
And now how about Drunka LaRusk?
You better listen, Jack.
All right, you know your stuff. Okay, so I talked about the Facebook group. Yeah, the Star Wars land really bummed me out. I don't know what happened, but you know, what are you gonna do?
What would you love to see that they didn't talk about? Did you see the
No
whole
crowds.
thing?
That's what I wanted to see.
That's
no
not going to
crowds during
happen.
it. No, would have if I would have went to that thing. That's the whole reason I wanted to go. You think I wanted to go for any other reason except
But
the
they
fact
didn't
that I have
get to
wait online?
write anything.
I don't give a shit. I want to just go and walk around and not worry about some asshole and his friends like oh, let's go on this one again. I don't want to do that. I just want to go there and look around like, oh, there's 8 people here.
Is that what happens when you ride a ride at
Yeah,
Disneyland?
Oh God, I can't. I got Julie Disneyland tickets for Christmas. She's like, "Let's wait and go when Star Wars Land's open." And I go, "No,
Right.
I don't want to do it when
it sucks.
No.
That's the main reason I was bummed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta go with everybody
There'll
else.
be
now.
another one. Stop
Stinks.
whining.
No.
There'll be another
You know
one.
what? There
Stop
probably will
whining.
be when they're going to
Preview.
release the ride, preview it,
Yeah,
get to probably
exactly.
yeah.
You'll get to.
Well, there maybe-
you'll get to go.
Let's be
We'll see.
positive.
It's
They're
okay.
saving it for us for the big dance for like when they reveal everything. You can go on the ride.
And they said they're not moving Star Tours, I think, which is good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Star Tours fan.
Why?
It gets me sick.
Oh.
The emotion. I did it once when we went for Celebration
Yeah.
2 years ago, and I went for the first time, and it was like
In Florida.
Didn't like it.
I was going to say,
Went
so you
Oh,
saw
that's
some
the
of
first
the new
time you
ones.
rode Star Tours?
Yeah.
Really?
Didn't like it.
Wow.
Did not like it. I like.
So
that's
you
my
never
favorite.
got to ride the original Star Tours?
No.
Dude,
And I'm
it was
glad.
so
No.
good.
I'm glad. Because
It was
it's-
better and
it's-
not as nauseating, I think.
That's the thing. It's not because of footage. The footage stuff and the ride itself, very cool.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's 3D now. but-
Very cool.
Can we get more headphones?
I'll give him some props. It's a thing.
Thank you, Cody.
It's a thing that stuck.
Yeah.
You got to give him props.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I went there, I was excited to see the ride, and I'm like, I'm into it, and I just got sick. Got nervous.
Well, because it's 3D now, but the old one, you went
Yeah.
on the old
Oh,
one.
God, yes.
You get to go through like the asteroid field, and then you get to go through the Death
Endor
Star,
on the
like
right,
No, not
Endor?
Endor. No, you never. We never get to go to Endor. It's very
Yeah.
sad. But you
I'm
get
trying
to
to
go.
remember.
No,
What-
it was just it was the asteroid field, and then you go through the Yavin battle or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
And that was
Yeah.
was so good.
And there was that
the
weird
footage is
robot.
great.
That now it's C-3PO, but there was that one
Yes.
weird guy.
He was
well,
cool.
the production of it is incredible. The stories, and I wish that I could have done all of them. I remember right beforehand, I got ill. I'm like, ugh. And it's the same type of shit. Like when I was anyway from like 15 to 25, I was able to do that stuff. I went on the small Harry Potter ride with my daughter, and I was like, oh, I can't do this shit anymore. I'm just done with it.
You did Forbidden Journey, like the one that at
There's
the
two.
Hogwarts castle.
There's two, not inside the Hogwarts
That
one.
one's really good.
Yeah, but she was too little for that one
Okay.
yet. We did the kids one, and I'm like, whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't
Then-
handle it anymore.
So you can't even go to Star Wars Land. You're just gonna sit
I'm gonna
and
go.
drink blue milk.
I want to be in the atmosphere.
Right.
I want to be in the atmosphere. I want
The
like
atmosphere of like
I want a Wookiee.
crowded summer at Anaheim
Right.
where everyone's
People
sweaty and
stinking in their
smells
suits,
and
stinky Wookiees. and
everyone's drinking gross
it's
sweaty blue
authentic.
milk.
Smell that Ewok.
Happiest place on earth.
I know, but I do. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna get the season pass and do all that stuff too. But it's just, you figure
Yeah.
you get a planet, you get invited to the thing.
Yeah.
They tell you go fuck yourself, basically.
Yeah, they do.
All right, fine.
You're like, we don't need you.
Yeah. Blake Shelton's really white. That's one of my notes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you can dance and he can't.
Well, I was watching my wife. She was watching The Voice last night, and
Oh boy.
and
I was just gonna say, Cody, thank you.
yeah, she watches the blind auditions and she shuts it off because the show's become
No, but you guys, I mean, all my friends love reality TV, even competition, right?
She does. She watches. She likes all that stuff. Like, but that particular show was good for a while. But then I said to her at one point, I was like, nobody does anything after these shows. They get like a contract and then that's
Same
it.
as American Idol.
The
It's
blind
same thing.
audition's the only thing that's worth a damn on those shows anyway, because it's cool to watch like who's going to get chose from because you know the whole premise of the show, Reilly.
No, I don't.
So they have four judges who are basically their backs are turned, and it's Adam
right.
Adam Levine, Kelly Clarkson.
I know of it. Yeah,
John
yeah.
Legend and Blake Shelton, and they have good banter, and it's a good dynamic. And they hear somebody sing, and just from the merits of their voice, they either turn around or they don't, and then they decide which team you're going to join. So if Adam Levine turns he's the only person, then he gets the person. If it's Adam Levine and Kelly, then they got to fight it out to see who gets the person on their team. And that's the part that's intriguing. After that, we usually bail because it just gets repetitive and turns into a stupid reality TV show that's been on for the last like 15 years.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just Blake Shelton just embraces how white he is. You know, it's just like he's like
Good for him.
There was just some song. There was just some song that it was, and he's just, you know, John Legend's like smooth and he's moving to it, and Adam Levine's got rhythm, he's moving to it, and then just Blake Shelton. I'm just like,
Does he make that noise with
song
his
rocks.
He really does, but then I say to myself,
like-
"What are you laughing at, stupid? He's married to Gwen Stefani."
Yeah,
it's like,
That's how they
exactly.
met.
That's gotta be
Yeah.
hung like a rhinoceros.
Yeah, she's like a vampire. She's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, is she?
Yeah.
What do you mean she's a?
Well,
because she looks.
oh crap! I shouldn't out her.
You're saying 'cause
Sorry,
she-
she's part of my vampire
You're
cult.
saying because she's older and she looks like
looks-
she's
yeah,
20.
She's
part of our coven.
Her and Keanu Reeves are part of my vampire cult.
Yeah.
We're all 86.
Hide our secret.
Well, whatever it is, he's doing something right. So shut up, Harloff, you idiot. Speaking of Rocha, I have another note here. And speaking of the amazing fans, last week, and I don't know, you were on the show, but I don't think you saw this yet. So we talked. Rocha told his story about the Amazon and how all those kids had stole his shit.
Yeah.
So I had once again challenged the audience to do something. The audience took the challenge, and now we have the animated version of John Rocha, not Pikachu. Take Pikachu out of there. Please bring this to the beginning. And
Somebody made an animation of the story. Are you serious?
It's great. So
Wow.
Roske
Who are
Arts.
these people?
Watch, check it out. Here we go. Let's turn it up, Riley. Have you seen this yet, Riley?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, last night, listen, we moved to a nice place, nice area. We thought we're not going to get hassled by those punk kids. But no.
Oh, boy.
And I'm turning into my dad, and I hate it. Last night, we come home after a long day of furniture shopping and getting ready for London,
Get a
everything
car.
like that. And the Amazon goes alert. As I'm driving, Mr. Rocha, your packages have arrived. So I go, great. And they send a picture. I come to the doorstep, package is gone. We're driving down the alley behind our place
Smoke
in Beverly
clouds.
Hills. We're driving down an alley, and I see these 3 young punk kids, and I'm with their hoods on, and they're looking at, and I go, I'm not going to be
Judgmental.
Yeah,
Look-
I'm not
look
going to
at
be
the girlfriend
judgmental.
with
Just
the
'cause
mask
we wanna-
on.
I'm not going to judge
She
them.
looks like a
but
Mortal
there's, like,
Kombat
worries.
character.
Yeah,
Looks
they're
like
like looking
That's
at
amazing.
the mask, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think twice about it.
Through his
I
mask.
reached out to-
Were you with the lady?
cross-eyed.
Yeah, we were with the lady.
Who initiated
That looks like him, though.
the idea that we should stop the car and go confront these hooligans?
Who do you think initiated that?
I'm going to go with her.
At Thanksgiving, when we saw a fight going on in the street, it was her. They wanted to go take pictures and video.
Oh, yeah. I thought she just wanted to stop it. No, she wanted to put it on the
Oh,
internet.
she wanted to put it on the internet. And
Look at his belt.
Amazon's sorry,
Schmoedown
it's
belt.
been delivered, and I get like I'm in bed in
Transformers.
my underwear, and I'm like, God damn it.
That's what he
I
actually
put
looks
on
like
a
in his
football
bedroom.
and a vest, and I walk out there stomping in my cowboy boots and my underwear.
Fire, Phil, fire.
Filth and Florida. And I walk down the alley.
Steam coming out of your ears?
Yes, and there it is. 2 open
Sneider was
packages with my name on them. The stuff that was in them were all ripped out.
Did it say
Everything.
signed Sneider?
Mark out. If I find them,
Yeah.
I'm going out there with a baseball bat the next couple of nights. If I find them,
God, I would love for somebody to animate this.
Wow.
How great is that?
That's amazing. These
incredible.
people are super talented. What the hell?
I know.
Why are they watching us?
I know. It's true. It's the truth.
They're more talented than us.
Exactly.
It's the truth. We just give them material, and then they actually use it to further their art, and they should. It's great. It's great. I love it. So that's what I want to do in this show, and that's please again if that's not in the Facebook group, please put that in the Facebook group. It's a wonderful animation of the story that John Rocha told, and I hope we get more of them.
That's some Adult Swim stuff. It's
There's
so good.
so much stuff that has just been coming out, and the fans have been really embracing what this show is, and I'm so happy for it. I really am, and I'm appreciative of it. So what time is it? 10:40 right now.
10:38, yeah.
10:38. All right, there's a lot of news.
I have to hear you
Ton.
talk for another hour and 20 minutes.
I know.
I love you, Kristian. I missed you.
Yeah. She's here to give you shit. That's what she said.
I miss
That's her
Roxy.
mission. That's her mission
I miss
statement.
Roxy too. I wish she was here instead.
Instead of you.
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't I home watching things and crying?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Let's.
I don't cry. I just watch things that
I was
should
talking about
make me cry.
myself.
Oh.
All right, what's on next?
What's on next for news?
Yeah.
Oh, how about some news? All right. This is a big one, guys.
I need a pen to throw at you. Thank you.
Yeah, Alex today.
Should I throw him this?
Hey, Alex. Yeah, Alex. You see what? So throw it. You see what Alex did today? He was doing a funny. And
Yes,
I said I
he
need
was.
I need a pen.
Yeah.
And so he gets very excited and he stands in the corner with a shit-eating grin on his face. and he's just waiting for me to notice it. Yeah, that's that thing. And I don't even notice it's there. And he whispers over to Reilly, and he's got this smile on his face. Yeah,
so great.
Yeah. And I look over and I go, "What are you laughing about?" He's like, "You didn't notice your pen."
He was so proud of himself.
He was so
too.
excited.
It's like, good for you,
Alex, you were very excited about that pen joke, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Good. All right, let's get to some news here.
All right, we got some big news today,
Alex.
guys. Variety reporting that Will Smith has opted not to reprise his role as Deadshot in the Suicide Squad.
Oh. I thought he was going to not want to be the genie anymore.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Give it time.
He says it's because of scheduling conflicts. However, everybody is looking at those scheduling conflicts and going, what are you scheduling? He wrapped on Gemini Man, which is his next movie with, I believe, Ang Lee. And that's it. And no announcements yet. You know, he's wrapped, obviously, on Aladdin. So what could it be? What could it be?
Is Suicide Squad 2 just going to be a bunch of new characters? Are
That's
they
what
not? Are
they're
they
saying.
bringing anyone back?
Well, they said that Margot Robbie now might do might have a little small role or something too. But this is a bigger story because the question is, you can speculate why, right? So
lots.
Yeah. Now
of why.
Now here's a why. I don't believe the scheduling thing because if you wanted to do the movie, you'd figure it out.
He blogs a lot. He has time.
You would figure it out. I mean, the one thing he is working on, people are like, what's he working on? He's working on Bad Boys 2 right
Yeah,
now.
right. Bad Boys
3, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's one that he could say, well, Bad Boys 3, it doesn't
He'll be
work.
wrapped by then.
He could figure it out. So that's one thing. I don't buy that. Now, it could be money.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely could be money. Did they want to pay him enough? Do they want to maybe have him a smaller role from what maybe he met with James Gunn and said, this is what I'm thinking the movie will be, not going to focus. And he's saying, it's not a big enough part for me. I'm going to take off. Possible. The other thing is maybe he doesn't want to work with James Gunn. I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is. I don't think so. I think he'd probably want to work with him. I don't know what his stance is on this whole thing that happened. I have no idea.
Could it be anything because he's tied to Disney right now? He's going to do Aladdin Press.
I don't think so. It doesn't seem like, to me, it doesn't seem like that's a, you heard Zach Levi talk about it. I think that the fans make it more of a Red Sox Yankees thing than the actual studios do.
Yeah.
I mean, this was
also,
business thing, but
do you think that actors get sometimes just themselves fatigued from doing really big budget movies? Like
not him
this?
though. Well, I think some.
Well,
yes.
because was the last really big budget one that he did before Aladdin?
We'd have to probably
Bright.
Like other than Suicide Squad
Bright's
2. But that's not a big
that's
budget.
not a big budget movie.
Was it Suicide Squad 2? Or sorry, the first one?
Probably Suicide Squad.
Yeah. So how long ago was that?
That's true. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure Chris Evans and all those people are like, okay, I'm done now. As much as these movies have given them a lot,
Well, let's see. Yeah. So Cody's bringing it up right now. Bad Boys they're 4 already set. Also Aladdin. Bright. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of the smaller ones. Collateral Beauty.
Right.
Concussion. Focus. He
was an Anchorman too. Huh.
Yeah.
Yes, he was a small
like cameo.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
I don't
one of
even
the guys
remember
in the fights, right? Yeah, and then After Earth, obviously.
I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of a reboot, maybe it starts with like Harley Quinn and Deadshot, and then it's kind of like handing off to the new Suicide Squad, so a smaller part, and he goes, "No, I wanted to be a part of this."
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to be a bigger part.
Which is weird because if I was him, I'm like, I would just do a cameo and get paid for that and then buy. That sounds like a way better deal.
Maybe he didn't like the character or the movie that happened, and he didn't like the movie, and he's like, "I'm out."
He's not
he was
made.
good though.
He was.
Yeah.
I thought I saw JTE's tweet about it too. He said I had a lot of problems with Suicide Squad, but Will Smith actually wasn't
great.
one of them.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of my problems either. I had said initially when that movie was coming out, I was worried about Will Smith because it was a lot of times it feels like it's got to be a Will Smith movie.
Right.
Didn't feel like that to me.
No.
I thought that Will Smith was great in the role, and he's actually the one I was the most connected to because of the story with his daughter and everything that was going on.
You weren't connected to Jared Leto's Joker?
Yeah, no, I just that character.
So
you hated it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I love the Joker.
But that,
I love
that
the character,
and
I was
punk rock
not
version
into
of
it.
Yeah, that whole movie.
He just seemed like a Joker fanboy.
Yeah.
To me, that's what he was playing.
Yeah, and the fact, and then you hear everything that he was trying to do behind the scenes, like where he was doing, like sending rats or whatever.
Here's some used condoms.
Yeah.
Gross.
It was really weird. I actually am really looking forward to the Joaquin Phoenix one though. As much as people are not, I think
a lot of people are looking forward.
Really,
to that
I
movie.
feel like there's so many
Yeah.
people. I dressed like that for Halloween.
Yeah.
And some people were just like, whatever, it's gonna suck. I'm like, you haven't seen. I think everything I've seen, which is little bits, looks really good.
I think Todd Phillips is gonna make his mark here and show you that he's more than just a Hangover guy. He already did that movie with Jonah Hill and who the hell was the other one that he was? Was that movie? Todd Phillips. Show me the Todd Phillips movie they did with. He did it with
War Dogs.
Yes, and
With
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller.
I feel like Cody's like your Siri or your Alexa.
They are, but it's like those. But that
Hello.
that movie proved to me that Todd Phillips has more than just comedy chops, and there's certainly comedy in that movie, but it's a pretty dramatic movie.
And then Todd Phillips is doing the Hulk Hogan, so
Right.
it's going to be pretty great.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that. But as far as going back to Will Smith, he's made some pretty bad choices career-wise. You know, he passed on The Matrix. Oops.
Yeah.
And he passed on
That
Django.
little movie.
And he passed on Django.
That was.
Oops.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at least back in the day, I wouldn't have passed on a Tarantino movie. That's crazy.
No.
Yeah,
Passed on
what
both of
actor
them.
does? Oh, Will Smith does.
Yeah, he passed, and I'm sure there's a ton of other ones too. So his choice making hasn't been the best.
I'm wondering if this one might come
be
back to
another
get
oops.
him. Yeah, another oops because
this
James
one
Gunn
might be really good.
is coming off.
Yeah.
He's coming in hot, obviously with everything. And if we get a fantastic Suicide Squad, and it just blows up, and Will Smith's on the side going, shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's because of what you just said. If Suicide Squad 2, because it was the first one, a lot of people, would say that's just not. It made a lot of money. There's no doubt about it, but it's just not a great movie, right? And maybe he said, "Oh, the first one was bad. I'm out of here," and maybe he's not a fan of Guardians 1 and 2. Maybe he doesn't think James Gunn can turn it around. Maybe he doesn't like the vision of it, so he took off. I just think he can come back and kick him in the ass.
Or maybe he's just tired and wants to take a break.
You guys really want me to talk about this Joel Kinnaman thing, huh?
Alex has been zooming in on that slowly for like 10 minutes now.
Yeah,
Wait.
Joel Kinnaman rethinking letting Will Smith give him that Suicide Squad tattoo.
Yeah.
The movie sucked.
I would say yes
Thank you,
on
Cody.
that one.
Yeah. Did he actually?
Wait, I thought they all got tattoos.
Was the
Didn't they?
They just
Avengers.
gave it to Joel Kinnaman.
No, I thought Suicide Squad people did too. No.
Maybe.
No, the Avengers did it too. I mean, no, Lord of the Rings was the first cast to really do it.
Right.
Yeah. What's that?
Apparently, yeah, they all got tattoos.
Yeah.
they all did?
Yeah. See.
Okay.
I see. Remember, I'm right sometimes.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a bad move.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. Whoops.
Should we get it as like a Collider Life thing?
CL?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it's two
No,
letters.
no, like squad, like
Oh.
with a K like that.
No.
I'm getting a tattoo soon.
What
Are
is
you
it?
doing another one?
What are you doing?
What are you doing now?
What do you think?
Not
Oh,
Superman.
Cal.
Yep.
Aw.
Cal.
That makes sense.
On my
That's
ankle.
awesome.
That's
Probably. Yeah.
And your
I'm working
ankle,
with
that
him
sounds-
on Friday.
Sounds painful, man.
I'll
Who's
take
doing
it. Yeah, somebody that was that PJ and Sarah
okay.
recommended, and I can't wait.
Because you already have one, right?
I have
Yeah.
one.
The
Yeah,
Superman
I have
one.
the Superman one.
And do you have any?
Tattoos? No. I do not. You?
No. I just don't like
Which
commitment.
is shocking to me.
Why?
I feel like I would
I
guess you're
know,
a tattoo girl.
right?
No, because
Yeah.
I
And
just don't. There's nothing I like that much that I want
You
it
wanna mess
forever.
up- Well, not mess everybody.
They're red letter moments for me.
Yeah.
I mean, this one was a
we get-
How
moment.
dare you?
Cement. You don't have the cement blocks on this time.
What do you?
Well, no, I brought my shoes for the fragile man in front of me.
I would rather have that. I mean, those things. I mean, it was like
Fragile man.
It was like the Hulk cut off his hands and stuck them on Dorina's feet last week. It was like, bonk. Yeah, that's what it felt like. What else is going on in the world of movie news, Marcus
Oh,
Reilly?
so much. We have also early tracking for the Avengers.
They keep showing Pikachu.
Oh, they do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Are
Pikachu's
you?
cool.
Are you?
I actually am. I don't care about Pokemon, but Pikachu's cute.
Okay, fine. All right. The Avengers is forecast to set a box office record. Okay, here we go. Zoom in on this one, if you please. Star Wars may have sputtered some, but Avengers looks to keep delivering for Walt Disney. Avengers Endgame, the fourth film in the Marvel superhero series, is expected to set a weekend box office record when it opens April 26th. The researcher-exhibitor relations predict $282 million in opening weekend for ticket sales, topping the $258 million mark set by Avengers: Infinity War.
They should just give us some of that money.
I know, that's insane. I don't think it's a crazy prediction, just because of the fact that everybody wants to see how this thing is going to end.
Yeah,
because of the way that it's like watching the series finale.
Yeah,
You've everybody.
I'm just glad it's over.
You're done?
So I just want it to be over.
Really?
I just want to go to the
Well,
movie
you
and be like, thank God it's over finally.
You
Like
want-
when those
Put
credits
me out
roll,
of
I'm
my
like, oh my
misery.
God.
But you know,
No more.
But you know, there's
right?
going to be more Marvel movies,
Yeah, but not.
not connected to
Yeah,
the story
yeah,
anymore.
no, I
you're glad
can't.
to see this
Yes.
story end.
Yeah, remember like for Infinity War, I was like, come on, Thanos.
Yeah, snap
Let's,
it up.
Let's
Get to
to
snapping.
it.
I
Yeah.
want to see how it ends. Hence the end game, and I am thinking this is probably very accurate.
Yeah.
If it hits there, I mean, can you imagine if it hit 3? I can't. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. You think so?
There is a way, I think.
Okay.
I think I
People just going back over and over again. But the movie's supposed to be like 3 hours long.
Yeah, see, that's where they're saying here's the caveat. If it
Yeah.
is 3 hours long, then it's going to be in less theaters.
Yeah.
Therefore, so
Around the clock, though.
But I believe it could. I mean, this thing is huge.
There's no chance.
And it's going to make more money than 9, you
I was
think?
just going to say, there's no
Than
chance.
episode
there's
9?
There's no
chance.
chance episode 9
Yeah.
makes more money than this.
Really?
In December.
It'll do well.
Which episode?
9.
Oh yeah, it is 9. There's no chance that it'll
do well.
9's going to crush. 9. Yeah.
Do you think it could beat Infinity War?
No.
It'll beat The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's.
But
You're
nobody
not-
wants to see Star Wars.
Yeah, it's
Episode
funny.
9,
It's
I've
funny
heard.
because there
But
was.
what about all the people that are boycotting?
But yeah.
Well, I saw some stupid report that came out, I don't know, last week, and it said, well, 2019 up to a rough start, worst beginning of a movie season ever. I'm like, take it easy, guy. I'm like, you haven't even gotten
The
the
report
big movie
came
yet.
out on January 5th.
It came out like last week, and it's like, yes, it's
It's
a
like,
slow start, but
fucking
all the stuff
idiots.
that's you've got some of the
Talk about being
biggest-
bored and wanting to talk about something.
Something. It's
Yeah.
just like, slowest movie season of all time. Yeah.
Have you seen what's coming out this year?
It's gonna be, yeah. I can't even imagine how you get that fucking Pikachu off the screen, please.
No, I like
We don't
him.
know what's happening. We don't know why.
Oh, he's just popping himself back in there.
He's sneaky.
He is sneaky.
Pika, pika.
Is he sneaky?
Yeah, he's actually very quick. One of his moves is agility, which increases his speed.
Is he a good fighter?
He's okay. He's more quick and scrappy.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of overrated, to be honest with you.
All right.
Raichu's much better.
Right, you. Bless you.
How
All right,
dare you.
Let's go to break. When we get back, we will talk a little bit more about the movie news going out there, and then we watch X-Men.
X-Men?
The X-Men.
Los Hombres X?
Yes, bless you.
Oh.
Yeah, we watched that, and we watched
Muy
Dark
bueno.
Phoenix trailer reaction. Let's go out with Fingy and the Bingy, guys. Let's go to break with Fingy and the Bingy if you can, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about X-Men, Dark Phoenix. Enjoy the styles of Thrawn.
Some of those sparklers.
Hey, Collider fans, John Rocha here. Look that behind me. There it is. Collider Sports. That's right, that is happening. We've got some great programming on there already for those of you that have already watched. Thanks so much. We got so much coming down the pike. We're talking about NFL. We're going to talk about NBA. There's plans about NHL. Golf is in the equation now. And of course, the Premier League show that I host with Jack Hine, that's been in motion for the last couple of weeks. And then an MMA show is on the way from Dennis Zhang, me, and Jay Wayne. All those things are happening here at Collider. We want to hear from you, so we want you to listen. We want you to watch. If you're a sports fan, even if you're not a sports fan, we might entertain you, teach you something new about a sport that you may not have known much about, or maybe so deep into it that you wanted to learn even more about it. We've got you covered. You can do that. Follow us on iTunes and on YouTube. You can there watch all the shows or listen to all the shows that you want, and then leave us comments and rate the shows as well and review them, and then let us know what other sports you want us to cover. Look, we're not touching rugby. I'll just tell you that right now. That's as far out as we'll go, or cricket. But maybe in the future, if we go Collider worldwide, that's certainly a possibility. But for right now, Collider Sports is there for you. Take a look at it. Take a watch. Let us know what you think.
Oh, hi guys. It's Perri here, and I am going to tell you about The Witching Hour. It is the show that I host along with Collider.com's Haley Fouch. It is in podcast form on the Collider Factory feed, and we also have the video up and running every Tuesday for you right there on the Collider Podcast YouTube channel. We talk about everything horror. We're talking TV, movies, the newest releases. We talk about movies that are celebrating anniversaries. We've even talked about books. It's crazy. If it is scary, we are talking about it on The Witching Hour. We also have so many filmmaker interviews, really cool stuff. It's all coming your way every single Tuesday on The Witching Hour. Check it out. Collider Factory and the Collider Podcast YouTube channel.
Hello, Collider Live. My name is Amy Dallin.
And I'm Coy Jandro, and we host a little show we love called Collider Heroes. And it is all of the things we love about movies, TV, comics themselves, all the breaking news, trailers, photos, but not paparazzi photos.
All of the superhero stuff we love, all of the indie comic stuff we love, all the stuff you had no idea was based on comics.
80 years of comic lore have led to this show, and many years in film and TV, and we're living in a golden age of comics, and we want to share all of that zeal with you folks.
So we talk about the stuff that's coming out, we talk about what we hope is coming out, we do fantasy casting of things that should exist, why don't they exist?
And we do your Twitter questions asking directly to us what we think of certain things, and every single week, since we both actually love and read physical comics buy in print, we have a comic pull list where our 5 biggest favorite books of the week come out, and we dive into those with you guys.
You can buy digital, I'll forgive you, as long as you're paying for your comics. It's all good.
But if you buy in print, you can bag them and board them, and then they're worth more later, because comics are like certain things from the 90s that are totally worth the value. Buy comics, buy in print. Digital's never worth anything later. Buy in print, keep comic stores alive.
Or we can debate collector's items all day long. We can debate casting, we can debate movie news, we can have all of our friends come join us, as we frequently do. We can ask professionals about their work. We've had some amazing guests come by the show.
Yep. We try to
catch it
people
every Wednesday
that are on these properties that also love comics. You hear what it's like from their perspective, from inside, from outside, and this is all with the focus of bringing all this news to you guys. And we're here every Wednesday on Collider, and we love this stuff and want to share it with you guys.
We'll see you then.
Hey guys, Reilly here, and let me tell you about the Reilly Roundtable. That's right, they gave Reilly his own podcast. The Reilly Roundtable is on its new home. It drops every Thursday. The Reilly Roundtable is a little bit about everything. It's about movies and life and movies and everything in between. I like to have on special guests for discussions like Justice League versus Batman v Superman, for discussions about wine tasting, for discussions about UFOs, and everything in between. That's right, the Reilly Roundtable drops on Thursdays on the One-on-One with Kristian Harloff podcast feed, and later on Collider Video's own podcast video network. So check it out every Thursday, the Reilly Roundtable. See you there.
Hey everyone, John Rocha here, one of the hosts for Collider Sports Time. That's our new show there on the Collider Sports Network. It's our flagship show, just like Collider Movie Talk. We get on, talk about a bunch of sports issues of the day and what is burning up social media, what topics are burning up social media. That's what we do on Collider Sports Time. I'm joined by my top 10 co-host, Matt Nost. Me and him, we welcome a bevy of guests every week to talk about NFL, the Major League Baseball playoffs, NHL, and the NBA, which is starting up soon. We're going to talk about that. We also get into UFC stuff, college football, all the stuff that's happening in the world of sports. We're going to cover it on Collider Sports Time. And we're going to take the time to break it all down and give our opinions and our unique takes and unfiltered thoughts on what we think about the sports news of the day. So don't forget to join us every week on Monday for the Collider Sports Time show on the Collider Sports Network. And don't forget to subscribe on the Collider Sports Network on YouTube and on the Collider Sports podcast feed. We're going to bring you all kinds of stuff. Hope to hear from you soon.
And we are back,
Yes.
the old school X-Men theme.
Yes,
I love that so much.
so good. By Ron Wasserman.
Yeah, I would like to see if they can. You know what's funny is that we always have to bring it back to Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
When Reilly and I were working on the Masters of the Universe treatment back in the day, we smoked a couple bowls. We were listening to the old theme song. We're like, you know what? If you had like, and you could have like someone today, whether whoever it was, Hans Zimmer or whoever playing, like doing a rendition of that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
tying it in there. And you could do the same thing.
Yeah.
They haven't done that with X-Men yet. Like
Because they did it with Spider-Man.
they did it with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But they could do
For Homecoming.
Homecoming,
Yeah.
Giacchino did
Yeah,
a
that
little...
was such a cool orchestral version of the original TV Spider-Man theme song. It was so good.
I'm curious if they would do that ever with X-Men. Who's doing the score? Well, we'll dive into this thing in a second because I did a trailer reaction today with Thad for Dark Phoenix.
How did you react?
I I had heard this morning because I saw it this morning. Let's just get into it. It's fine. This morning I saw these reactions, and it's like, oh my god, this is terrible. It was like
Really?
it was like a big like dumpster fire. It seems like, right? And I was like, oh, it makes sense. Like,
But everybody shits on Fox movies, and they shouldn't because I actually like them.
well, but this was different. This was something along the lines of just like, oh man, and I said it even in the intro. I was like, okay, well, here's just basically Fox saying, let's just put this movie out because we have to. We shot it, and now it's going to Disney anyway, so we spent the money. Might as well release it. I thought it looked like a normal X-Men movie.
I agree.
It looked fine.
Yeah, it looked. It was fine.
It looked like
that's
a better
honestly-
version of the Brett Ratner
And
movie.
look, that's why I'll talk shit about the Avengers movies. Like I actually love the first Avengers. It's just that the last few I wasn't into as much.
Okay.
But I don't understand why people think all MCU movies are these incredible Oscar-winning movies when there's equally an amount of not an amount, but there's equally good Fox movies out there.
Yeah.
There's good X-Men movies out there, and people just for some reason really want to belong to one side, and I'm like, you can like both.
Yeah, well, I just it was the tone. I was worried about what the tone was going to be like.
Right.
The only thing I didn't like, to be honest, was Jennifer Lawrence, and
that's because she just doesn't seem like she wants to be there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then they ruin. I think that's what is that what everyone. So if you haven't watched the trailer, this is a spoiler. So if you don't want to watch the trailer and you don't want to be spoiled, tune out to this and then come back after Alex. Fine. Puts in the time codes. Then you can go and you can.
Hey, Alex.
Thank you. Alex can go and check out the time codes, and you can do that, and then we won't be spoiled. So, but to tell you right now, here we go. They show that it hints like she's dead. They're gonna kill her off, right?
That Dark Phoenix is.
Yeah, and it's probably her either requesting it or them going, look, she's barely wearing makeup in this
I
thing.
know,
They don't even have
it's
the
really
she's,
weird.
She's like painted her bluish because she doesn't want to be. She said she doesn't like sitting in the chair, so she's
Right.
like, I'm Jennifer Lawrence. Don't do this anymore.
I mean, granted, also when you show trailers, it's the CG and the effects aren't completed yet. But yeah, you're right. It looked really weird. But I mean, I really like Days of Future Past.
Me too.
Yeah, I loved
and
it.
I didn't like that. The only thing I didn't like is that they made it about her. I like everything else around it. I thought
but
it
at
was.
least worked though. But
It did work, but
worked.
it was fine. But
Yeah.
it's just it's too much Mystique. Like Mystique, to me at least, growing up with the comics and the '90s cartoon, she was more of a side character. It's just weird.
See, that didn't bug me as much because I thought that it was used very well in Days of Future Past. It was then in Apocalypse. She was so tuned out of that movie. She didn't want.
She's like, I'm just getting paid.
She didn't want to be there.
You didn't like that movie at all? I liked some of it.
Apocalypse?
I did too.
I like all of them. Everything with Magneto and Professor X.
Yeah, the Magneto stuff was awesome.
That casting is great. I think James McAvoy and Mike Fassbender are amazing in those roles. And anything with Magneto's story
Stuff
was
with his family.
amazing.
Man, that was tough.
Yeah, no,
to
I
watch.
liked for all those reasons I did, but the movie in general didn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean,
it got to a point where I was like,
that's the majority of people, by the way.
It's not a great movie.
No, it's not. It's forgettable.
Yeah,
It's very
exactly.
forgettable.
remembering that
It's just
there was
got
like
good stuff in it.
There was a secret hideout where Apocalypse was, and it was under a carpet in the desert.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so they just
But that's the thing, though, is that this movie may very well be forgettable. It might be, but I
Which
just don't
is
think.
sad.
But I don't think it looked bad.
No, it didn't. And that's the thing. Dark Phoenix is one of the comic book storylines that I grew up with that I loved. I was obsessed with the cartoon version of it. Jean Grey, the character, trying to fight between, okay, am I now this all-powerful god versus do I keep my human side? I deal with that every day. No, I'm kidding. But so that it's such an interesting story, and it just hasn't been done properly. And so I'm hoping they'll at least follow the comic book storyline more than Last Stand.
Well, I think Simon Kinberg gets it.
Yeah.
Simon Kinberg, who's directing it, who's written a lot of these stories. He gets
He's produced all of them.
Yeah, he gets it. Yeah. I think that to see it. To see his version, I just would be so confused if I was him. Here we go. Here's the trailer, and then it seemed that there was a big backlash. I'm very curious for people who are watching right now in the YouTube chat room. And Alex, make sure I want to follow up with this and see what they're saying. What was the big backlash? If you hated the trailer, tell us why you hated the trailer, why you think this movie looks terrible. I'm very curious. Or would just kind of just like a normal X-Men movie that's whatever.
Yeah, it just looks normal to me.
It didn't look like amazing.
No, it also didn't look bad.
No, I was expecting to see a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, here we go, Thad. Let's start this thing up.
Well, it's got good actors, and I love Quicksilver.
Yeah.
That kid that
Evan
plays
Peters.
Quicksilver, he's great.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that type of stuff. Like the good things of the other movies will hopefully still be there.
Well, I was worried that maybe they were going to do that thing I talked about yesterday for Masters of the Universe. Okay, well now they're going to have all these characters together. Now they're just going to try to do Thor Ragnarok or Guardians of the Galaxy because they have a group of characters, and they didn't. They stayed on brand, and it looks like every other X-Men movie that I've seen in the past. But Alex, what are they saying in the chat room?
They're still catching up, but I see a few that are just saying like it looks bland.
Yeah.
It looks like Last Stand all over again.
I don't know about that.
I don't think it looks
Last
like Last
Stand
Stand
was bad.
Last Stand,
that was a bad
Last
movie.
Stand had that bad humor in it, and Last Stand was Brett Ratner on the internet seeing the Juggernaut bitch video go viral and think, "Oh, we'll put it in the movie," and he put it in the movie, and it was just a bad joke.
Bad.
It was like, and the jokes were really bad. The stuff that
And what a waste because it had good actors
yes,
in it. Yeah.
I say it every time, and I'll say it again when we talk about that movie. Is that this is a legit question for you? What is Magneto's power?
What do you mean?
What's his power?
Magnetism?
Right, and he can bend what?
Or metal.
Right.
Yeah.
Then why is his hideout in the woods? Like, it's like shit like that we weren't even thinking about.
Right.
He's in the middle of the...
It looked cool.
Because it looked cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a set piece that they...
That's not what Simon Kinberg's going to do. The reason it looks familiar to Last Stand again is because it's the story of the Dark Phoenix. Like, so, but this is I think Kinberg going, no, but we're going to do it right this time.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
I just the thing too. I've definitely seen trailers that don't look great, and then I actually end up really enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
Like that has happened.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
So for people, I don't understand why people just see something and they're like, it's going to be bad. Like you should wait to actually see the finished product.
There are times to look. You can see a trailer though, to be fair, because that's the whole point of a trailer is that you watch the trailer and you say to yourself, like if it's a movie that, like for example, like Copster, he knows if he wants to see a movie or not, and then he'll go. But if there's movies that you don't know what it is, you never heard of it before, then those are movies that he'll tune into. Like, I don't know what this is. What is it? And then that way I know if I want to see it, if it looks good or not. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the product you're going to get in the theater.
Of course.
But it's the advertising tool that lets you say, well, the premise sounds cool enough.
Also, I mean, I just wish in general they didn't show so freaking much in the trailer. Like, that's so weird to show that first scene.
Yeah,
with Mystique possibly dying.
There's some chat here in the Collider Live official group. Brad DeRuiter says, "I think there's misdirection in New X-Men in this trailer."
Right.
What do you think? Because that is a little glaringly obvious. If we're going to kill Mystique in the trailer, it looks that way.
Unless it's a plot point.
Or maybe that's how the movie starts. I don't know.
Maybe that's the inciting incident. That's what gets it going.
Unless they also tell you, look, Jennifer Lawrence is a big movie star. Don't come to see this movie just because of her, because she did.
That is,
you know what I mean?
They should have just said that.
But they showed it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not about Jennifer Lawrence.
And
because everybody has been saying that everyone's been saying Jennifer Lawrence phoned it in the last movie.
Right.
Like, don't worry, she did. And we're gonna now move on over, and we're gonna follow Sophie.
Right.
And we're going to follow all these people. Now, this is what the story is. It's not about Jennifer Lawrence. She just happens to be the inciting incident, and she's going to die.
Yeah. What's her name?
Drew Barrymore.
Is Jessica Chastain playing Lilandra, or who is she playing?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
I don't know, but
I don't know the. I don't know.
Oh, she's great. No, I'm just wondering who. I can't think of anybody else in the Dark Phoenix saga that she would play other than Lilandra.
She can play whoever she wants to.
I can't remember the character.
She's great.
But they did announce it. You're up on your X-Men lore, so you probably know better than me. I'm looking up right now to see what she.
What else, Alex? What else are they saying in the chat room?
Just a lot of indifference.
Yeah. Just like dull.
Some people are saying like they know it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's because Disney is.
But then
that's
a different argument.
Yeah,
it's a valid argument, but
that's separate from whether the movie's going to be good or not.
That's right. That's the different argument. You are absolutely allowed to say, well, this is just kind of the end. It's not like I'm investing for what.
But so what though?
Yeah, but you can have the argument of two things. It's like I can invest to say I just want to watch a potentially really good X-Men movie, like a standalone, like a one-off, like essentially what Logan was. Logan was a one-off. Or you could be bummed and say, yeah, but now they set this up to where they could have this really good continuation, but we're not going to get that because Marvel owns it now. I can understand the disappointment, or MCU, the MCU.
Or it's going to be maybe it's going to be the capper. Maybe this is the end of the X-Men saga as we know it through the Fox movies, and they're going to really do that in the movie.
But
we don't know.
But whatever future holds for a franchise, that's separate from whether a movie is good or not,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And so you have the MCU, which everyone's like, oh yeah, they did such a good job of connecting it all. And I agree that the way that this franchise happened is really smart, and it's quite the endeavor to do this for so long, for like over a decade or however it's been, because I feel old.
2001.
But
2000.
Yeah, I mean that's insane.
Yeah.
And, but at the same
19
time,
years.
but at the same time, not every MCU movie is good. And that's fine, and it doesn't hurt the movies that are good, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand that argument.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's not so much an argument as it is like I think it's a valid concern, like
Right.
because
Or just because they're not interested in that.
they're not interested because like, it would make, because it's all about the enjoyment of why you go to watch the movie. Are you going to the movie? Because very similar to me, I talked about on Jedi Council last week. I used to read every single book when they first announced all the books were coming out because it was alluded that we would be rewarded in all the connected tissue. We had not been.
Nope.
There's certain ones that we are, but we have not been. So I'm a little bit more choosy now because I'm like, why did I invest all that time? And when that character will never see the light of day, I'll never know anything about this. They're not going to reference it, and it's just it's the same thing as reading a Legends book. So my enjoyment of that was. Now I go. That doesn't take away from the fact that there are probably some good stories that I missed out on. My enjoyment for it was very different. So I can understand that people are like, "Well, I don't want to watch the X-Men movie because I want to see how it continues on, and it's not going to continue on." But
so it's just investment of like actually going to spend money on watching these movies and seeing if it's worth it for them.
Yeah, some people feel that way, and then other people say exactly what you're saying. I just want to watch a good movie.
Yeah.
Like there are people who just like my dad. Who are like, I just want to see a movie. I don't care if I ever see another one ever again. But is it a good movie? Sure, I'll go see it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the audience that they really have to pay attention to because that's the majority. Like the geeky culture that we live into, I hate to tell everybody, is the minority.
Yeah. They're like, what?
I know.
I am not the center of the world?
No.
We got some tweets. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. So,
and we lost 3 listeners.
Yeah, but all right. So it looks like that makes more sense that it's.
But you guys are going to see it, and you're excited, and you hope it's good, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel.
I like Simon Kinberg. I like this cast, like you're saying too.
It's
I
great
love the costumes,
and I love the story.
You do?
I love the it's a throwback to Chris Claremont's run. It's
because some people
great.
were complaining about that, and they were saying they prefer the Deadpool X-Men costumes, which I was like, I mean, fine,
whatever.
But it is classic.
Yeah, it's a great classic look.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's move on.
Okay, nerds. All right. Shut up, nerds.
Shut up, nerds.
What's next? Oh, by the way, make sure that you hashtag Collider Live, get some questions going in the Facebook group, and we'll take some phone calls a little later. So, Mark, what else is going on?
We have an exclusive from Collider.
Oh, yeah? What's
that? Rami Malek, fresh off his win.
Okay, he's going to play a villain.
Final negotiations for a villain in Bond 25.
Oh, look at that. How did I know that already? Because I saw that, I guess, earlier this morning.
You probably saw it. It broke
I think they announced it
late
yesterday.
last night.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And we broke this?
Yeah, it was Jeff Sneider.
Sneider broke it.
Sneider, scoop.
Nice,
Surprise,
Jeff Sneider and Sneider. That's what he does.
He was working on this one for a while.
He's got to have a skill.
I was following along with him.
Can we get Sneider in the booth over there?
He's not coming in.
Stand by.
Yeah, see if we can get him in the booth.
By.
He's
Alex
already
is
in.
walking.
He's already in.
he?
Yeah,
Alex is now running.
Yeah, just see if we can get him in the.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yeah, I want to see if we can get him in the booth to or shit. We can.
Why don't we bring? Yeah, we can bring him in here.
Stick him in here. Either one. I don't care. Whatever. No, actually, put him in the booth because that way we can kick him out of here after the story's over. Yeah,
probably smart.
I want to see. I want to hear how long they've been working on this, and how is it locked? What's the deal?
Bond 25.
Bond 25 with Mr. Craig
Robot.
himself, Mr. Robot. Sure.
Is
Mr.
this his
Craig?
last one?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, because they're talking
is
about
he coming
casting,
in?
right?
Oh, he's gonna walk.
Oh,
in.
shit.
He's gonna walk in. I was gonna put you in the booth, but you want to sit down? Bring the chair over there.
Bring a chair.
Okay. So
Put these on.
Yeah, I got very excited when I saw that you broke the. Please don't break the microphone. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, before we start this, I have to let you know something. I watched a video today, and it was of Perri Nemiroff playing horse against John Rocha.
And Perri beat him, didn't she?
It was an embarrassment.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible. He's terrible. You guys would destroy it.
I'm telling you, he can't play basketball.
I'm now more nervous about you though because I feel like you would get tired fast. Am I right? No.
I play every week.
Yeah.
I'm the one out there.
Yeah, but JT plays a lot too.
Great, he's on my team.
I think Nose would be your biggest problem. I think Nose is going to be your biggest
The
problem.
idea that Matt Nose would be a problem on a basketball court is
He's
something.
good. You don't think he's? I've heard and seen actually Matt Nose when he played for Comedy
We
Store.
play on Saturday.
Oh, and
on
you don't think he's that good?
He's as good as I am.
Okay.
All right.
But Roke is terrible.
Yes.
Rocha was bricking. I saw a lot of bricks.
He's got a lot of size on us.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
I thought that was him, and I got scared.
Shit,
He's calling you from London.
just for this.
He's in London, but he'll be here next week, and we'll have him. But it's going to heat back up because I got to get it done now. Because I feel
You do.
Dude, I am so confident after what I saw. I'm willing to put like $500 down on you guys. That's how confident I am.
I'd put 1,000. I mean, it's like impossible. There's just no way.
It would be,
Then you should bet something good.
I think it'd be a murder. I think it's gonna be a murder.
Let's bet our jobs.
I know. I'm telling you.
Me and Rocha. One of us has to leave Glider at the end of the day.
I'm telling you, I think it'd be a murder. I think JT would be lights out in the game, and I think Nos is gonna have to put up most of the weight, and it's gonna be a murder.
Wow.
Yeah, a murder.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, moving on. So this story breaks about Rami Malek. I see your name locked in. So tell me about it. What the hell happened?
All right, you guys are gonna get the full story.
Tell me.
I love this.
Yeah.
Because I can't. Can I swear in here?
What are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, great.
I did the
No,
thing
you
Ryan
fucking
Snell,
cannot.
Ryan Snell
All right.
hates when we do that. So
Oh
let's
my
fucking do it.
God! So as you know, most people at Collider know, I went around Sunday night on Oscar night saying Rami Malek's going to be the Bond villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is something I'd sort of heard on Friday.
Oh.
Got the tip that it looked like the schedule was going to work out with Mr. Robot because Variety had put his name out in December and said that that's who they wanted, but because of the Mr. Robot shooting schedule, it wasn't going to be feasible. However, Bond then pushed. You know, it got delayed a little bit, and the release date moved from February to April, and so they had a little bit more time on their hands. And I get this tip Friday. I start, working it on Sunday or Monday or whatever. His reps never responded to me. So, like, that's that story. Right. I must have called them 100 times over the last 3 days. I sent them multiple emails. I went to the agency. I went to the publicist. Like, nobody.
So
Nobody's
how does
talking.
that work? So the people listening, you say, hey, this is Jeff Sneider from Collider. I'm hearing that Rami's up for the Bond villain. Can you confirm or deny that type of conversation?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Which I posted a screenshot of yesterday on Twitter.
Right.
And then... But I had wanted to say something Sunday night on the post show, basically on FYC, and break it there. I talked to Frosty, and I understand that if I had gone on FYC and said that, it doesn't do anything for Collider's bottom line, really.
Right.
And then everyone else writes articles about it, and we don't really get the credit that Collider deserves. So he talked me out of saying anything on Sunday night. We were basically trying to get a second source on it, and somebody firm. So, MGM's position on all things Bond is just we don't comment on Bond speculation.
Yeah.
What's frustrating is listen, there's speculation, and then there's like a seasoned industry reporter coming to you saying, I have a really good source saying this is true, this is happening.
Yeah.
So no comment from MGM and no response from Rami. And those are the two sides. That's where you're trying to get confirmation. But there's a third leg to this triangle, which is Universal. So the whole key to this deal is that Universal Pictures has international on Bond 25. And on a huge tentpole like that, particularly Bond, which is an internationally flavored series, that matters. You have a lot of input as the international distributor, and you're negotiating to try to get them to do it with the Mr. Robot people. And who produces Mr. Robot? Universal Cable Productions. Right. Again, if Bond was being, a Disney movie or a Warner Brothers movie, and you're negotiating with Universal, they are maybe not necessarily inclined to rearrange the shooting schedule for Mr. Robot. But that's where synergy comes in. Universal is basically like with Universal. Right. So they figured it out. So yesterday, our buddy Kroll goes on Twitter and says, incoming, and he leaves that up there for like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm getting nervous. I'm like, I think this is it. Yeah. I think it's Bond. So I call Frosty at 2:47 on my phone.
Yeah.
In the morning?
No, in the afternoon. And I'm like, Frosty, listen, I think we should post it. I think we should pull the trigger. I know nothing has changed in terms of our sourcing, and it's still one really good source. But just based on human behavior, no one on Rami's team is telling me no. And believe me, if I was told, listen. You guys don't understand. Spidey senses, Spider-Man, he has such senses. Sneidy Senses is a real thing.
Nice.
My Sneidy Senses were going absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And because normally, if you're totally wrong on something, they won't confirm if you're right, but if you're totally wrong, they'll be like, Jeff, don't do this. You're gonna look stupid, and you're gonna make my client look stupid. Right. Nobody said that. It was just exactly. Yeah. So something's up. So at 2:47, I call Frosty. I say, listen, I think this is that Kroll is teasing a Bond thing. We got to pull the trigger. Let's do it now. And at 2:47, Kroll posts.
Oh no!
And all I see is the Bond headline from like the blast from Variety. I didn't even click on the story. Didn't have to click on the story. For all I knew, his story was like, and Rami Malek is not going to be in the movie. I just knew.
Yeah.
Bond headline goes up. We click exclusive. We click publish. And Kroll's story basically says that there's renewed interest in Rami Malek. Our story was much stronger, and we basically said it's final negotiations. I mean, once you've worked out the schedule, why would you rearrange Mr. Robot's schedule if the guy wasn't doing the movie? So, I was texting Kroll. He immediately, started laughing at me via text because we labeled our story exclusive. But really, we were both hedging. We hedged on in terms of time, and he hedged in terms of wording.
Right. And you guys are good friends.
Yeah. And his story, for the most part, to be truthful, was really about Billy Magnuson coming in and being the CIA agent. Malek was like the fourth or fifth paragraph in the Variety story. He was not the news hook. It was not about Rami Malek is going to be in this movie. Right. But he did sort of back up our reporting that, listen, yes, other people have taken meetings on this, but this is still Rami Malek's job if he wants it. And it sounds like he does, and it sounds like he is taking steps
to become the villain of
it.
Bond.
Yes.
Okay, wow, look at that.
Can I ask, what's the difference on getting an actual exclusive story and posting it on your site? As opposed, like, how many clicks do you get compared to not being the source?
I mean, it
depends on the story.
It all depends on on the story. I mean, I think the Malek story did really well for us. I've never looked at traffic. I never looked at traffic whether I'm a reporter here at Collider or whether I'm the editor in chief of the tracking board.
You just want.
But on Twitter, based on Twitter numbers, it seemed like it performed well, and we seem to be the credited outlet for the most part. I mean, people obviously credited Justin for the Billy Magnuson thing, but I feel like we are the outlet saying we're very confident that Rami Malek is going to be in this movie.
Love it.
So to you, is it more important that you're making sure that the company and that you represent and that you're working for is actually getting like quality stories and like actual accurate headlines and news?
Of course I want to be accurate, and so I understand Frosty's reticence to post earlier than yesterday afternoon because, we did want stronger sourcing on it.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to hear at least one more person, particularly maybe somebody involved with Mr. Robot who knew that the schedule was being rearranged to accommodate him. I would have loved that too, but yeah, as soon as I saw the Bond headline, I was like, listen, I trust this source. This source has not steered me wrong in the past, and we're going. I have enough editorial. I think my editorial judgment is pretty good. Maybe not my Twitter judgment, but as far as what I post on the websites that I work for, I really stand behind it.
Yeah.
And it's not a done deal, and it could fall apart. But I wouldn't have posted it if I didn't think that it would happen.
You haven't gotten any pushback from anybody.
I have not.
Right.
I have not gotten a single email.
And you would.
I think I would have been yelled at by now.
Because somebody would come out and deny it,
Yep.
right?
I think his people would have said something to me. I think, I would have gotten some kind of nod that, like, you shouldn't have done that. I posted the screenshot of the I didn't screenshot the publicist's. I didn't screenshot somebody else's email, which I'd gotten in trouble for before. I screenshotted my own email that nobody responded to. That proves that I didn't just go because Variety went. I've been on it for days and gave them literally a time. This is a time-sensitive request. We're going today.
This is why I wanted you on the show, because I think that people don't realize like what goes into.
They have no idea.
Reporting
sometimes.
You're it's like any other. When you're breaking news on whatever it might be, movie news, political news, whatever it is, you're tracking down sources. You want to make sure because. Jeff Sneider is a very legitimate reporter. He's been doing this for a very long time, and he doesn't want to just throw shit out there. So, but again, when you got those senses, and this is it, this is legit. I got to go with it, and it's just a matter of because you want to keep the legitimacy. That's why the risk is obviously there.
I think it was because I didn't know what Variety was posting or when it was posting, and to me, it's insane
that sounds so
their story is 2:47 and my phone call to Frosty is 2:47.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It sounds like a stressful job.
That's why I have no hair, Dorina.
That's why. Yeah. You got anything else you're working on right now?
Dude, I got to take a break from the scoop thing for a day or two because I've
exhausted.
I am a little exhausted. I got burned on Colin Farrell today.
What's that?
He's doing Kogonada's new movie After Yang over at A24. Lost that one, so I really need to just focus on. I'm introducing a new column at Collider.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's an interview column with character actors.
Okay.
I love that.
I interviewed a character actor a couple weeks ago.
Can you say who it is?
I don't want to spoil my choice yet. To me, he's the modern day Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Awesome.
It was supposed to be a 20-minute interview. It turned into a 40-minute interview. So the transcription has taken me longer than I'd like, but I got to work on that.
Nice. Okay. Well, good. Before you go though, too. So I don't want to spoil anything yet. Your match, you and Andreyko, the Odd Couple, went up against the Scream Queens on the Throwdown last Saturday. That match goes up public today on the Schmoedown channel.
Oh, great.
The winner of that goes to Chicago to play this gentleman right here and his partner Ben Bateman. If that's something that happens,
Make
maybe
out.
these two.
Are you gonna win?
Riley has beautiful eyes. I've always liked his dark hair, light eye combo.
If you win that match, if you win the Scream Queens match, would you be excited to go to Chicago to play against your former Meet the Movie Press co-host?
I heard that they have great pizza.
Deep dish.
You know what? Have we played Riley?
We did.
Never played.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we did
Wolves
play
of
once,
Steel.
but
of
I've
Steel.
never played Bateman. So it's less about taking on Riley, who I know is a great competitor, and really just making Bateman eat it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's unless the Scream
like that
Queens
fire.
pulled it off. So check it out. It is going to be live today at 2:00. Jeff Sneider, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Check out Jeff over at Collider or follow him at the Sneider. All right. And by the way, you're going to destroy Rocha. No, it's going to be an embarrassment. And I wasn't feeling that way before until I saw that footage. You know, did you watch the footage yet?
No.
Oh, you got to see it.
No, but I believe you.
Yeah.
That's why I immediately said Perri.
Right.
Hey, can I run something by you here?
I'd love to hear it.
I'm seeing something here.
What? Is it okay to do that? All right.
So former indie producer Robbie Brenner discusses plans for the Mattel movies over at Sony.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Here is a direct quote about Masters of the Universe.
Don't get me. Don't
Masters of the
don't
Universe
piss me
has
off.
been in development for ages at Sony. What's been the biggest obstacle in that project?
Here we go.
She says, most of that predates me, but thank God for movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool that have really opened up that space. Even Aquaman. There's a lot more room to make movies that have interesting tones. Masters tonally has humor in it. With those movies in the ether, it makes it a lot easier for Masters. Yeah. I read this.
Do you want a pen?
I read this and I'm like, one, Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. I see where they're going. Aquaman. Oh, God.
He's so upset. I've never seen him so
I'm
upset
like,
before.
Deadpool?
I knew it, though. What did I tell you?
Yeah, I know you did.
What did I tell you? I knew it. That person
You
has
called it.
That person
You
has
called.
no fucking idea of what the movie is.
It's so
Well, because
frustrating.
they probably only saw the cartoon and the silly
in the
parts.
80s,
and
they think that's what it's gotta be.
And they maybe even seen that. All they know is it could be like Guardians. It could be like Thor. Okay, I'm an executive. Duh.
It's so funny. The
It's so
mythology is
stupid.
all
Oh, it's so
there.
dumb. It's
And they
so
go,
It
you know
really
what?
is.
And they did it when you sent me that
so
script.
dumb.
Christian sends me the script that's in turnaround.
Uh-huh.
And he goes,
John
read
Woo.
this shit.
Yeah.
John Woo. And He-Man asks for a fucking hamburger. He's
somebody
like,
asked for a cheeseburger.
he's
Yeah.
like, let's go get a hamburger,
But
a
it was
cheeseburger,
that,
whatever
that-
it is.
the
It's
fact-
like
so-
Gremlins 2, but bad.
It was really bad. So,
Yeah.
but that was actually a good thing back then because when that script came out, like it was in turnaround. So turnaround means that studios were just looking and trying to dump it off, and I read it. And I said, "Oh my God, we could get." That was working for Joel Silver at the time. I said, "We can get this." And they read the script. They go, "This is terrible." I said, "Yes, the script is awful, but if this is Lord of the Rings meets Star Wars, we could have one of the biggest franchise on our hands." And then why are they going to develop it? And we developed it. And then finally, Silver did get it, and they had a hold on it. Then Justin Marks started working on it, and Justin Marks had the right tone.
Yeah,
Justin Marks had the right tone. He had science meets magic. He had it, but they just it fell apart over at Warner Brothers and Joel Silver. And now because of
Mattel.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Mattel really doesn't.
Mattel has a lock on their stuff
Because they want the toys.
Yeah, but they just think they see what Guardians did and they see what Thor did. And by the way, all good movies. I understand that, but it's you don't have to take that formula and put it to everything.
That's
in
the thing.
It's
I
so
want to see
stupid.
something different, right? I don't, especially with something like this. You have such a good opportunity to do what you were saying, like science and magic, like that. They don't do that in movies. They either go very serious, like Lord of the Rings, or very silly. Right, like a Guardians, which is fun because it fits the story, right?
Yeah.
But you can find a good combination of both, especially with something like this that could be like extra fantasy, like a good legend from like the 80s or something.
Yeah,
like
see, me, I wanted it more Lord of the Rings. I wanted Lord of the Rings with some. I mean, the best humor in all this stuff, I think, is either Empire Strikes Back or New Hope. Like that's the best. That type of humor.
Yeah.
subtle. Like that's the type of humor I want to see because it feels like it's just people being people.
It's
that
not
happens to
joke
be funny.
after
No,
joke,
because they're
and
not
it's
trying
also
to be
not
funny.
serious and dreary, right?
No, it's inside their personality of who they are, and that's why it's funny.
Right, and if you're stressed, if a character's stressed out, then you make jokes sometimes because it's nice to see characters on screen that actually you identify with. It's like this is how I hang out with my friends.
Exactly. C-3PO and R2-D2 are funny because of their bickering and stuff too. It's not because they're trying to crack
like you and
jokes.
I. Yeah.
Right. Yes, but they're like
I'm R2.
You put the two of them together, right? You put the two of them together in the prequels, and it's go for the joke, go for the joke, go for the joke. But in the original trilogy, that's their personality. They're bickering, and that's what they should do in movies like a lot of these movies. I think that again, I don't want to get into a Last Jedi conversation here too, but that's where I felt the humor was.
It's just a movie
all over the map.
We even did that for Orko. We really took the idea of R2-D2 and C-3PO and went, this is how you do Orko.
Orko, right.
Because
This creature from another dimension.
People think in the cartoon, he's kooky and weird, but we toned it down. We made we looked at R2-D2 as kind of like the template and said,
I'm so
that
upset
actually
by
makes
this
sense.
comment.
Yeah.
And have you guys seen the new She-Ra cartoon?
No, I heard it's pretty good.
It's really good.
I heard it's good.
They did a really good job.
Yeah.
I was surprised. So
Anyway.
they could do something like that. But
Thanks. All right, anything else going on?
let me. So there's a bunch. I do want to say this though. Best wishes out to Luke Perri.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Luke Perri suffered a stroke last night, so he's in the hospital
What's the
right
update?
now.
Any update on him?
There's no update. Last I checked, before air, because he had some kind of stroke.
Man,
something.
too, he's only like 47, 48. Or
He's like 50 something.
And this
Is he?
comes.
50.
He's 52.
Okay.
And this comes on the heel of last night or yesterday. They did break that that the original cast is signed on for a reboot of Beverly Hills 90210. But it's going to be a spin that they're all playing themselves, who get together to reboot 90210, and that's the show.
That's actually interesting.
Kind of cool. I like it. There was no mention of Luke Perri in the original report. It was Jason Priestley and
Well, he's
Tori
busy. He's still
Spelling.
doing a lot of stuff.
He's doing Riverdale.
Yeah.
But yes, then last night I heard it this morning. Very sad. I just want to put out good thoughts for him.
Well, let's hope he's okay because he's. I mean, I've had actually a pleasure of meeting him a couple of times. He's a very very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very good guy. He's got kids. He's so we give our thoughts and prayers to Luke Perri. Hope that he recovers quickly. Let's keep an update on him. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some. Let's start with the Facebook group. Let's see what they're saying out there. Then we'll have some topics that we're going to talk about with them. We will then go to the hashtag Collider Live. Then we'll take a couple calls also.
Okay. Let me just see what's here. You know what? I got to update this because it's lagging behind me right now. You guys, I mean, it's because everybody is commenting right now.
Good. Yeah. How many members do we have now? Because we started the day 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 people. No, we're over 15. We're at 15:45 now. We've that many.
When
people
did you
joined.
start it?
When the page itself, it used to be the Schmoedown page.
Yeah. But when did you revamp it?
2 days ago.
Oh wow.
So and it was 13 something, and now it's 15:45. So a star hairstylist known for $2,000 haircuts. Because Roxy was talking about our haircut yesterday. It was a $350 haircut. We gave her shit for it. So who's paying $2,000 for hair?
Really rich people.
Why?
I don't know. What
are you doing?
I don't know.
Just throwing.
I mean,
money
I
out
spend
the
a lot
window?
of money on concerts, so
right.
But that's where my money goes. Experiences.
Right. Yeah. Memories. Hair for $2,000.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. $2,000. It's rent for people.
Yeah, that's weird.
Assholes. All right, what's next?
There should be a Jeff Sneider man
for Thursday. All
song.
right, start from the beginning. Let's go to previous because Reilly doesn't know what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Let's go to the top of the page.
So this is a live chat.
This is
on
live.
Facebook.
There's live questions right now. There's what's coming. When are we talking about weekend box office predictions for Captain Marvel? We'd love to hear your predictions. Cole Boone says
it's been out there. It's I think the last was 140 to 150 million.
I see. I'm going to say 85 to 100.
Wow.
85 to 100. You think higher than that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 130.
I mean, it's getting positive reviews, so yeah.
I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so I guess 130.
Two words: Avengers Endgame.
I know.
That's all leading in.
Yeah,
I think they're
people want to see something related to Infinity War too.
Yeah, and we're gonna get it at the post-credit scene. There's gonna be a tie to Endgame. Yeah, and
all right.
I think people are gonna see it.
This one is for Dorina, and this is the easiest question I could predict. Garrett Farney says, "Could you see Rocketman potentially being better than Bohemian Rhapsody?"
Definitely.
Yes.
I don't think that's hard. Actually, the trailer looked really weird, but I didn't hate it. It's just I don't know what they're doing. It's just a different. At least it's different. Did you see that link I sent you?
What link did you send me?
Of course you didn't.
No.
I texted you a link, which is basically a YouTuber that made a video talking about music biopics, or however you say that word. And
it was great. I loved it.
Yeah. So it's basically talking. Of course you didn't. It's basically talking about how they use the same crappy formula for every music related movie.
They do.
And Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, that was basically making a fun of those movies.
Yes.
And nobody saw that movie. And it's a parody, but it's basically talking about how
formulaic.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is where the band gets discovered. This is when they actually like go on tour, and then eventually this is where they go on the rough life and they start cheating on
like
their
that episode of Saved by the Bell.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Every movie, and that was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
Just saying.
I don't think so. I don't think most movies don't end in concert films. Brilliant concert films. All right, keep going down a little bit more. Let's see. Keep going. All right. With The Irishman being half the film using the de-aging technique, how do you think they will handle the voices of the actors since they could sound like old men? It's a great question by Nick Sparlin. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do that because I think that I think that that's one of the things that if it slips through the cracks and they just sound the way that they do, people will let it go because perfect example though is when you said that I think of James Earl Jones right away. Like it is so noticeable that he's now an 80 some odd year old man doing Darth Vader. It just doesn't sound the same. So
and he's doing Mufasa, right?
Yeah,
but that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be interesting though because you see this younger version of De Niro and he sounds like old De Niro. Yeah. Is that going to throw you off?
I think that's going to be in their performance. I think the actors need to be aware of that. I think you can change your voice just a bit.
Yeah.
That's what voice acting is, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
But they're all great actors. I mean, it's not...
Yeah.
I can't believe Joe Pesci's back.
I love it. Go down a little bit more, guys. God, I love it. I want to see if there's anything... it's all movie stuff, huh? I don't want.
How about Adam Driver as the next Batman?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Jessica Kuo says, will Christian's mother-in-law ever be a guest on the show or maybe a one-on-one guest?
She sounds like a really interesting lady.
No, I couldn't handle that for that long. So let's see. I just couldn't do it. It would be...
Can you just bring her here?
There they are.
Hi.
That's my favorite.
Okay.
Every time I post a picture on Facebook, she comments. And it's usually,
really?
And it's usually Julie and me, like, hey, we're out doing whatever. And she goes, there they are.
Dorina.
Aww.
It's very cute.
Would like to talk about the film. Okay.
Did you like it?
Which one? I don't know. I didn't see it. Oh, okay.
That's like my mother.
Yeah, that's what she...
I saw The Departed. What'd you think? I didn't get it.
You know what? I love this choice. Chase Damari Brown asks, what do you think about casting Miles Teller as Vince McMahon in the Hulk Hogan biopic? I like that pick. I do.
Really?
I like that pick.
Somebody said Bradley Cooper, and I was looking all over the place for news.
Yeah,
and
that's who they want.
That was just a...
Cooper could do it also. But I think that Miles can bring in that bit of cockiness, and so could Cooper. But I think, I think Miles Teller could do it.
He's not tall enough.
Miles Teller?
I feel like it's, I don't know.
I think Miles Teller's like 6 feet. How tall is
he?
Miles Teller? 6 feet, 6'1".
He doesn't seem that, really.
What is it? Let's see. Well, how tall do you think he is? You might be right. How tall is he?
I pictured 5'9".
What do you say,
Yeah,
Dorina?
that's what I was thinking,
I say
too.
6 feet or 6'1".
9?
6 feet.
Oh, there you
Fuck
go.
off, both of you.
You're right.
Oh,
6.
5'9".
6 feet.
So different.
6 feet. That's like 2 inches. 3 inches. All right.
Yeah, but aren't they usually shorter than they say they are?
No. Google knows what they're talking about.
It's just the way he's shot.
You want to take a phone call? Yeah. All right, fine. Hey, you're in Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Eli McKegg from Tennessee. It's great to be on the show.
Thank you, Eli. Have you been listening to the whole show today?
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing the entire show.
Nice.
I've heard Dorina talk about the MCU and how there are, and I'll agree with her, there are a lot of good X-Men movies. There's also, I think, the problem with some fans is just they always focus on the bad X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think that's why, and even with Dark Phoenix, they see a lot of the X-Men Last Stand elements in it because of that movie, and so they're just so focused on, because we've done this story already, they're just so oh, X-Men Last Stand, I don't want to see that movie again.
No, I agree with you, but this is not the most important thing that we should be talking about. What did you think of the songs, and which was your favorite one?
I was a big fan of Danny B. I think
David
that's
B.
him. David B. I was
Can I
a
come
fan
in?
of that song, and I was a really big fan of his songs.
Yeah, David B seems to be a fan favorite right now as we wait for his next hit. Now, hopefully we don't wait too long for his next hit, because I mean, a genius can only do so much. But
Can I ask you one question? Do you think Kristian should watch The Thing?
There's an answer that you need to say yes.
So
he hasn't seen
You
it?
hasn't seen? Oh,
No.
you should watch it. It's
Yeah.
really good.
This has become a thing now.
as well.
I'm not
I
lying.
have to watch it.
I'm not lying to you guys when I tell you that many times over the last couple of months, I was sitting there as my wife and I were like, "Well, what do you want to watch?" I said, "How about The Thing?" And she's like, "It's an '80s movie, right?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "No," and I was like, "Let's give it a shot." She's like, "No." All right, I tried. I've tried.
That's not trying.
That's tried. Okay, so what else? Did you have something else you wanted to talk about today?
Yeah, I had a question. It's been a question that I've had for a while, and it's about Schmoedown. And it was just one of those things where ever since you've been talking about the Schmoedown and how
Broke up,
breaking up.
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up just a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, well, it was just one of those things about how you were talking how great Kalinowski and Kristian was for the Geekdom Championship. I was wondering, would you ever, depending on the story, for the Geekdom Championship, would you ever have that as the main event for Schmoedown Spectacular?
Oh, and not do the singles championship. It's been a question. Thank you very much for the question. All right, so the question on the table is basically, does it always have to be the singles championship? Could it be the Geekdom Championship? Could it be the teams? The teams last year between the Shire Wolves and Who's the Boss
Booyakasha
almost was the main event, but John Rocha is a headliner. He was the champion playing against Ethan Irwin, who was like the Andre the Giant of the league, and that to me, just the singles championship is what built the entire league in general. So the singles championship is always going to have.
That's the thing.
It's always the thing. It's always it's the driving narrative for the whole entire league. Like, who's the king? Like right now, Dan's the king. Yeah. So it's most likely always going to be the singles, but you never know.
Sometimes there's matches that call for it that could be more exciting or
right now. The
people
collision,
looking for it.
the collision's another story. The collision could be the Inner Geekdom, could be anything. So the other thing to let everybody know, that code, the 50 fans 50 capital FANS. Go to the Schmoedownlive.com. I have definitely decided this is the last Los Angeles event in a very long time. This will be the last one that we do. So if you want to see the Schmoedown free for all, it's March 23rd. Go and get those tickets now. I'm gonna go. I will announce on Monday. I posted in the group yesterday, the Schmoedown group. I did a little screenshot of May 18th is our next date. I will announce on Monday where we are going. That will happen on Monday, and I have a couple of other places that we're going to, but LA's done for a long time. So March 23rd, if you want to come, if you're in California, you want to see the free-for-all, go and check it out. You can get a discounted code, 50 fans, and the first 50 people to do that, they will get 20% off of general admission.
I'm excited.
Free-for-all's going to be
Pretty
nuts.
excited about that, especially
40
live.
people, and I just talked to somebody who might be a surprise contestant, and if I get this person, the place is going to go bananas.
Sweet.
It's going to go crazy.
Yeah, come talk to me about how much Bohemian Rhapsody sucks.
Okay, fine. Let's do a hashtag from Twitter. Hashtag Collider Live. And what do we got?
I found a good one. I love this. When Jeff Sneider talks, I listen. There it is. Okay. The Miles Teller one came. So we need some more Collider Live merch, says Jacob Hopper. Any chance this is going to happen soon?
Not my bag.
All right.
That you've got to direct your questions to either Jack Hind or to the man himself, Mr. Mark Fernandez. That does not fall in my category. Now,
I'll mention something to him.
Schmoedown merch. Yeah. Schmoedown merch is all me. So, but no, that's not my thing.
I got another one here because I saw a new debate, a fresh debate pop up on an old topic.
Which is?
Broom Kid asks, what's your stance on pineapple pizza?
Oh my God, this is a thing. So
this has become a thing.
After,
Dorian got into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
That's what started
after
it.
the Oscars thing on Sunday, Dorian and Jack and Jay and I went out, and Jay left us because it was too late. And then we ended up at a pizza place, and it was okay. It was like Greco's on Hollywood or whatever. And I ordered pineapple, and I ordered Hawaiian because I'm one of those freaks that likes Hawaiian pizza. And I gave. And I gave some to Dorian, and I was like, "Just try it." But we've been drinking, and he was like, "I didn't like that." But it was also crappy.
Straight up
but
trash.
it was crappy pizza. So I'm gonna make him try good Hawaiian pizza, and then he's gonna like it.
If you get it at like CPK. Fine.
No.
Well, no, because CPK's got like gourmet pizza. They put it's like the Thai pizzas and all that stuff.
I would get it every once in a while at CPK.
But that's like what they do. It's like the little gourmet pizzas. They put everything on there. You know, it's whatever it is. They put it on the CPK.
You know what's good?
What?
Domino's crunchy thin crust. I'm not joking.
Hold
on, let me finish.
It is
crunchy. The little thin crust, pepperoni and pineapple.
I've done that.
It's good. Just saying. I'm gonna bring some, and you guys are gonna like it.
I don't always get pineapple, but I don't mind it. It's not something I always get. I'm just a pepperoni guy.
That hurt my soul. Domino's.
You're gonna like it. I'm gonna bring some. You're gonna like it. Yeah.
You don't know me that well.
I'm gonna bring it, and I'm gonna feed it to you, and you're gonna like it.
What did we eat when we were watching Hans Zimmer on?
Was that not it?
I think we did pizza. No, it was Domino's.
No,
I thought it was Domino's.
This is all nonsense talk.
Okay.
Yeah, the bottom line is that if and regular slices of pizza like you had, pineapple is ridiculous and it's awful. Don't do it.
It's really good.
It's stupid. All right, what's next?
Batman of Gotham, something we haven't talked about. Feedback on Topher Grace's Star Wars trailer. We haven't talked about it. We watched it.
It's great.
It was awesome.
It was great. He's a straight up fan, and I think he links together the entire saga. I mean, not just the saga. Just like he throws
every
in Hans,
movie.
He throws
every
in
movie
Solo,
that's been
the
out.
Rogue One. It's great. It was a great little love letter to the franchise. I thought it was well done, and I think that nobody should be worried about that thing getting pulled down because it's not like because he had recut I think the Phantom Menace or something at one point, and then you know there was obviously people who didn't want that to be seen, but this is something that everybody should see. It's a love letter. It was great. Did you see it?
It's cool. Yeah, I liked it.
I liked that. I thought it fit the saga together very nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. It's
All right,
Star Wars always.
is that you letting me know that we have a phone call?
Hello?
Hey, you're in Collider Live. What do we got?
Hey, what's going on? This is Zane from Atlanta, Georgia.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you? How you guys?
Good. What's going on? What do you got for us today?
No, just first of all, I want to say I love you all so much. I've been following you guys for probably for about 10 years or so.
Wow.
Question, based on the footage that we have seen, and I know it's been very limited.
Naroka is not a good basketball player.
Which one are we most excited for? Frozen 2 or Toy Story 4?
Toy Story 4
Toy Story
for
4.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't care about Frozen.
I do care about Frozen, and it's special to me because it's the first movie I ever took my daughter to in the theater, and I also was at D23 when Idina Menzel came out and sang that song before anybody had heard it.
Oh, that's cool.
Before it was anything, and I said, well, that's going to be a catchy song, and it's a good movie. It is a good movie, Frozen, but Toy Story to me is just on another level. So Toy Story, I want to see where it goes. I want to see how they're able to do it. I was not one of those people that said, "Oh, they ended it so well with Toy Story 3. Why don't they just leave it alone?" I'm curious. I think there's more story to tell with these.
And every single Toy Story has been a great movie.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
Yeah, I think we're around the board. Toy Story 4 here.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4. I wish you guys could have seen Julie watching Frozen when I finally got her to watch
Did she love it?
No.
Oh, she hated it. Oh, okay.
She said I ruined it because we went on. I was hanging out with my niece and she was in the Frozen phase, so we listened to that song a bunch of times, the soundtrack a bunch of times, and she's just sitting there like with a glass of wine, is like shaking because it's like she can't do it. And then I'm like, "You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. We gotta, you know." And she's like, "Fine, we'll watch it," and put it on. And just like,
and she wanted to hate it.
She just didn't like it.
She's
She's like,
better.
Moana's better. I'm like, well, yeah, it is. She's like, this sucks.
Wow.
They're both
I
the
like
same,
Frozen.
but they're both better than that Olaf short. That was
The
horrible.
Olaf short was not great.
Not good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it. You left
He doesn't
hung up on him.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. Cody, do you get excited to hang up on people?
It's a little empowering.
Yeah.
I do feel bad.
bad and good at the
For
same
like
time.
2 seconds.
Right, and then you get a big smile on your face. Right. I feel like there are sound bites playing in your head all the time.
Yeah, like I live my life now just being like, oh, that'd be a great time to drop the sound.
How do you do it, Cody? Do you have like? Is it just everything is on the computer?
No.
Do you have like?
It's something. I saw him do it. It's like this list, and I don't know. It's not like a really like great soundboard or where they're just like able to push it. Like he's got a
fucking iTunes.
It's iTunes.
Wow.
He does. It's
Okay.
very impressive. Then he needs like a real soundboard. But
Yes,
like,
I do.
yes, once you get like a real one, I can't even imagine what you're gonna be able to do. But I am starting to hear it, like just out in the
Same.
world. Yeah.
Same. 8 and 9 too. I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's 8. It's 9.
Eighth.
Yeah, it's 9.
8.
9?
Yeah.
9?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's
Right now, Derek!
let's do another Facebook question, then we'll do a phone call, and then we'll get out of here.
All right. Let me find. I had to refresh, but let me give you a
let's see.
hashtag because this is a good one because they love our passion for this.
So
Lord of
hold the
Rings.
hashtag. I'll do one more. We'll do Facebook hashtag phone call.
Facebook, yeah. I had to refresh it, but I have the hashtag ready.
All right, good. So let's start with the Facebook. Nico, go back to he just had a question and he just left me hanging in the wind. What was that all about? Why did we do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can say Nico Ravioli or Rivoli. I always Ravioli.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, Rivoli has asked me if I could give any hints as far as the new fan that I'm bringing up from the fan leagues.
Yeah, give me a hint. I
No,
want to know.
No, what's the hashtag?
Boo.
Yes, no hints. He's a fan and he plays in the leagues.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Bear Showin, at Bear Showin, if we love the Star Wars meets Lord of the Rings, we should look to New Gods from DC with Ava DuVernay directing. So that's
Okay.
something that maybe we
Awesome.
can just give up on Masters and just look to New Gods. Are you a fan of New Gods?
I am. Yeah. I mean, I like most things as long as they're good stories.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I mean, look, I love that mix up. So if that's what's going to work, then that's what's going to work. So April and PJ 107 works tomorrow for everybody.
7 works tomorrow.
7 works for everybody. Okay, good. All right, we want to take. Oh, good. Alex's writing says it does for him, so that's good. Okay. All right, can we do one more phone call? We got a call. All right, good. Hey, you're in Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Kevin from New York.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Not too bad. Just wanted to say first, love this show. I don't think I've missed an episode yet. You
Thank
guys
you.
are awesome.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
So I have 2 quick questions.
Sure.
I'll just get them. One's a Star Wars, one's Schmoedown. So I was talking about this with a guy from work the other day, and I know, Kristian, you've said how you're hoping for Old Republic. Is it like, and I'd love to hear from all of you guys, but like, is there a specific storyline you would like to see maybe play out in a movie or TV show? Because I would love to see like the Darth Bane sort of story play out.
Yeah. So that's the first one. What's the second question?
Second question is, and again, just open for everybody. Like, celebrity or not celebrity, what would be like your dream like Schmoedown match that you would like love to do for like spectacular or something?
All right. Well, great. Thank you so much for both those questions. Let's start with your Star Wars question. I think, and Ken and I talked about this last week on Jedi Council, I think what they could do or should do if they wanted to go into like a Darth Bane stuff is they should make it a TV series because you can. That's the one place you can lead with a villain, and you can keep them, whether it's Breaking Bad or The Sopranos. You can have a series about a villain, and I don't want them to be scared in the fact that it's a villain. It can work. It's a little harder to sell that in the theater, and I would rather see it as a TV series because I think you can really get into what he's all about. As far as Old Republic in general. The question is, what they haven't really established in new canon what the Old Republic is, like as far as how far back it goes. Like if you go to Knights of the Old Republic, which is a great game, that's legend stuff, and that's 3,000 years ago, right? If they wanted to, with Benioff and Weiss, if Benioff and Weiss turns out to be, they could make it, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 years ago, and that's the new rules. I think they're going to do something where they start off, you see the origins of the Jedi, you see the origins of the Sith, and to me that would be a good way to do it. So those are my 2 answers.
But what would be like? What would you want them to do if you could pick?
I would those 2 things.
Really?
I
Okay,
would,
so that's like definitely Darth Bane. Because you've talked about Darth Bane before. Obviously, he's awesome.
Bane for me, I would want to see the series, and I would want them to adapt it from the Carpathian books. I don't think they need to stray away from it because it's been written before. Right. So's Harry Potter. So's Lord of the Rings. Right. It's like take those books, the Drew Carpathian, the trilogy of books, and adapt that into a series, and it would blow the roof off the place.
Yeah, and especially because most people that are Star Wars more casual fans, like they watch the movies, right? But they don't don't watch sometimes like the Clone Wars, or they don't watch other stuff. And so this is if you have a good character like that that's not part of the trilogies, and bring him out because he's awesome.
Yeah. He's awesome, and you said it. Like for a TV show, at least the way those Carpathian books started, you're going to get into that character and watch him, kind of fall to the dark side, which I liked. So I think it would really work.
As far as the celebrity stuff goes, what my main thing, what I'd like to do is, because if people have been wondering as far as why we didn't do a lot of celebrity matches last year. The year before we did like 3 or 4 of them, and I think last year we only did the Bruce Campbell one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've decided that I think to me it makes more sense that the studios, I'd like them to come to us and them say, okay, look, instead of just putting the celebrities, let's turn the whole thing into, for example, a Marvel Cinematic Universe Schmoedown, right? But you dress the whole set like the Avengers Tower, and you have Scarlett Johansson on the desk answering questions. You do a tournament, and that costs money. That's the studio saying, hey, well, let's advertise through the Schmoedown, or having DC come out and say, let's do. We got Shazam coming out, so let's make the whole thing. And Zach Levi
he
will
would be
come
so
out.
good at that.
It'd be great. Yeah. So I those are the goals. It's down the line. We're putting together marketing and teams and stuff. It's growing. It's growing. So all right, we're running out of time here. So I would like to thank everybody today for joining us. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to get Steve Renazzisi on the show. It looks like he's going to be here to find out, was it 5 to 4 or 4 to 4? We will find that out. Dorina will be back. Mark Reilly will be here tomorrow. John Rocha is not practicing basketball. He's out in Europe living up the scene, and he will hopefully be back next week as well, too. But Roxy, I know Roxy loved that song. I mean, how could you not? Thank you to David B. Thank you to Thrawn. Thank you to everybody who submitted their songs. And thank you guys. Go and join that Facebook group. Go and do it. Use that code for the Schmoedown Free-for-All. And we will see you tomorrow.
The power of Sean Penn compels you.